It's always disappearing anyway. And yeah, we'll have a new fighter joining us today. So let's do a recap of last session. You guys are currently in the Bleeding Citadel. You're here to try and find the Sword of Zariel. It's being taken over by gnolls, followers of Yinogu. And they're desperate to try and get the Sword of Zariel because they actually have attempted this before. And they absolutely hate Zariel and the Sword of Zariel, the ruler of Avernus. So as you'd made your way deeper into this lair, you'd met Rickton von Scale again, the blood hunter whom you'd killed already. He had returned, and he told you this time that he wasn't interested in fighting, and perhaps he wished to strike a deal with you guys. He urged you to travel down these hallways and face some Loicrota, these abomination hyena creatures, and he wanted you guys to kill them because he doesn't like them at all. You'd made your way through this area that's filled with an anti-life aura, so nobody can regain hit points, and it causes everything to take on a bit of a purplish hue, including your characters, which are glowing purple, but you guys don't really notice it that much because everything is filtered through this purple light. We end the session with you guys coming to this intersection and dealing with the Loicrotas. There were these crazy cultists that were ripping off chunks of troll, soaking the bits of flesh in ichor and consuming it to transform themselves. So that's where you guys are now. That's just a quick recap. As for our new character and whatnot, we'll do character introductions first. Haustrom and Zygon, with their situations, well, they're not here today, or Haustrom's late and Zygon's not here. I'll explain what happens to them as well. So let's just go around quickly and introduce characters. You can say your class and race, and a little bit about your character if you like. And once the character is introduced, I'll explain to you guys what Draknar is doing here, and then we'll just flow into it from there. So we'll start off with Nico.
Sure. Nico is a tiefling, just a mature young adult. Seems to be like a druid bearing. Smell of brimstone. So you see, oh no, Puppy is not here. He died last time. But yeah, wildfire druid.
Cool.
And then we have Raven.
Raven is the brains of the party. He's a human warlock, and he's good at tactics, but everybody ignores him, does their own thing, and beats everything up anyway.
Raven? Okay, cool.
Everybody likes him. They always want me to go
That
first.
was entirely sarcastic, the entire from start to finish there. So if you take every sentence and put not, then you're probably fine.
Everybody likes me. They always want me to go first into the big fights. Or mama. Yeah, that's it.
What was that? Amazing. Every word of that statement was not true.
It's complete opposite to actually how his character is. Alright.
Yeah.
Next up we have Bargle.
Bargle's a very orcish half-orc, fire barbarian, member of the Order of the Gauntlet. The whole reason he joined with the party was trying to find their missing leader on Tharfroom, and they located him, helping some people out. So Bargle has been seeing this through as part of being part of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Cool.
And Gerald.
Who's muted?
Who's on mute?
Hey there, Matt. Are you muted? Hello? Me 7. Me might have gone AFK or he's having audio issues. Let me message him.
Yep. He's married to a woman named Yennefer.
Yeah, apparently. I'm guessing he's gone AFK or something. So hopefully he'll be back in a second. I sent him a message anyway. You can see what he looks like. He's a warlock. And then we have Draknar.
I picked that icon not knowing that was a famous drow, by the way, because I had never seen him before. So I apologize. I'm probably going to change him next week.
Don't worry.
Draknar is a dark elf, of course, as you can see. He's a fighter. He had been taken prisoner and sentenced to death. He was thrown to hungry gnolls, but they decided not to eat him. He looks withered and broken and beaten pretty badly.
Alrighty, and as for Halstrom and Zygon, basically I'm just going to say that Zygon gets repossessed by the Hidden Lord, and he turns into his like devil mode, and Halstrom basically forces him into this room where the Lloydcrotter is and holds him in there to keep him away from you guys. Oh, Gerald's here now too. You want to go ahead and throw out a introduction for your character then, Matt?
Sure. Gerald is a relatively tall, pale-skinned, black-haired drow half-elf. He's from a minor noble lineage in Waterdeep, and his family is known to be not so scrupulous. They made a lot of their wealth from smuggling. It's also known that his family is somewhat embroiled in devil deals, and has found himself here in Avernus to sort of rectify some mistakes, which he's made some very good progress on, and now is staying around to see what else he can get accomplished.
Alrighty, so you may still have a few loose ends of Bell there. Actually, you have to be very careful with the words that devils put forth, because sometimes they can be quite literal in what they say, with no hidden extra, presumptions. Anyway, so alright, you guys are in the Bleeding Citadel. All the walls are made from alabaster. The ceilings are generally 10 feet high, a bit higher in rooms, 15 to 20 feet high. Everything's made of white stone. You guys had just finished killing all of the cultists and Lloydcrotter in this room. There's blood flowing through these channels in the floor, and you'd actually fought some dretches that Raven had unleashed from this doorway. Now, when you look inside that door, you'll find that the dretches were actually about to rip Draknar apart, or do something with him. So basically, what Draknar's story is he got into some trouble. He was captured by dwarves. He was sentenced to death, and the way that the dwarves sentenced him to death were to feed him to a pack of hungry gnolls. The gnolls instead captured him and took him to Avernus. There he has been a prisoner for some many days. You've been stripped of your gear, and you're not sure exactly what the gnolls were planning to do with you, but basically they threw you in this room with all these dretches, and you're trying to fight off the dretches with your bare hands, and suddenly the door opens, the dretches spill out, and a group of adventurers slay the demons. And so you guys find Draknar in this room. The room itself, it's fairly empty. It does have on the ground this big splash of ichor, and there's actually a bit of a broken spear near you, Draknar. Now you can get all your equipment back quite quickly. You'll say that the party has located that pretty much straight away. But what you're seeing was happening is there's actually a little like sliding hatch at about eye height in the door of this room, and these cultists, which were just like humans, they were taking these spears and lancing ichor out of the demons. Like, these spears have this kind of makeshift syringe on the end, and they were stabbing it into the demons and extracting their blood. That happened once while you were in the room, and you're able to fight off the dretches and like beat them up enough so they kept their distance. And so you can see that it's like broken spear on the ground here, and the dretches have left this stain, and then Nico pops into the door to say hello. And this is where you guys are.
Ooze, we got some live ones in here.
Another one? Come on. I'll take you all on. I'm not afraid of you. Come on. Do your worst, bastards. Come on.
That's not very nice whatsoever. I mean,
it's blood in the ground.
I had two fine parents, so they all got burned up. I mean, we can leave you here if you want to, or you can come out and not be stuck in this little spot.
Hi, I'm Raven. You're a dark elf, right? Are you evil?
No, he's in the
Dark elf
light.
is evil.
The elf that's in the darkness is Gerald. He's over there.
Oh,
Completely different.
yeah.
Also, he's
So-
very, very fair. You see the white hair?
Are you with the demons? Should we kill him if he's with the demons?
He seems to be unarmed and whatnot, and he was like all, dretching and stuff. He seems to be dretched.
Got 2 arms to me. Well, there's your choice. You can attack us and die, or you can join us.
Come with us if you want
won't.
to live.
I thought you were here to attack me.
Why would
I mean,
we attack a drow? I mean, like,
it could
Where's the
happen. So
challenge?
we're not saying that it's not going to happen, but
I can attack him if you want.
I mean, if you want to, normally what we do in this case is we helps you up until the inevitable betrayal happens, and then we all gets into a fight. But we're good to like play along up until the inevitable betrayal.
Oh, fair enough.
So, I mean, if you want to comes out, you're more than happy. So we can show you the exit. It's not very nice outside, or you can stay with us till you can find some things. Yeah, we're probably gonna die too, but so be it.
Well, so be it. I guess the spear will do. I don't know where to put my stuff, but
There's a big
Yeah.
box over here. Stuff.
So
I think it was like in this room
there's
down
a,
here.
all my items in there. I can assure you, I'll help you fight your way out of here.
There's a room next door, Draknar, that the cultists were using, and you're pretty certain that that's where they took your stuff.
Oh, you mean this door? This door's over here. I'll let you do the honors. Or Bargo can do it. He's not what we call patient. It'd be over here. Oh, is there? I forgot. Is there actual blood in this one? In the
Yes.
channelway?
There's
Okay.
blood. So there's these 3-foot high ledges that lead up towards a circular font set into the eastern wall, and blood flows through these channels in the ground, and it defies gravity as it goes uphill and drains into this basin.
Is this door locked?
No, you pull it open with ease. The door's just made of wood. The handle's made of ivory. Inside, there are 4 filthy-looking cots. They're stained with blood. Blood all over the bed sheets, blood all over the cots. There are some spears, like 2 large spears hanging up on the western wall. And the hooks in which the spears are held are actually bloody. And the spears have been modified to have these syringes onto the end of them. There is a filthy-looking bucket in one corner, and around that bucket, just thrown haphazardly all over the floor, is all of your equipment, Draknar.
Here's my stuff.
You can
Need
spend,
help?
yeah, 10
with your
minutes
arms?
putting all that stuff on.
If any of you are proficient in plate mail, you can definitely expedite this.
I'm a druid, so metal bad.
Okay.
I can wear the plate mail, sure.
So is yeah. What beefs do you have with these folks? You look like you were dinner.
I was apparently assaulted by the dwarfs.
Oh, did you turn into a you from one of those dretches? Go through some sort of metamorphosis? Or were you going the other way? Were you going to become one of the dretches? I don't really know how all this works.
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking me.
Okay, we'll just put stats to bed for now, though, because I'm not sure what I'm asking you either.
Okay. Alright, so
Alright.
you guys wait for Draknar to equip his items, and he's all ready to go. You can see that he's ready for battle. I'm guessing he uses a bow. He's got full plate. Everyone has this purple glow to them. Everything radiates this purple aura. And Draknar's got, he got a few scratches on him from fighting those dretches. And as you guys know, this entire area is contained with an anti-life aura. No one can regain hit points. And
Yeah.
just let me know where you guys want to go, what you want to look at, and I'll describe it from there.
I think we should probably go back up to our...
Yeah, and talk to Buddy again, now that we've done what he wanted.
All right, there was a couple of things of note as well. There was this book that Altus was holding. There are many rooms that have not been searched, either doors and everything like that, but you were just coming here to slay the Loicrotters, and that's done. All right, this book, it's quite a small book, a hefty little tome. You could probably fit in one of your big pockets if you had a big pocket. And it's pretty dirty. It's covered in blood, and it's hard to read the words. You need to clean it up to read it.
All right, I'll clean it and read it.
What are you cleaning it with?
Little bit of water on a napkin, carefully.
You gotta clean it with blood, I bet. I'm just guessing that this looks like it's a totally blood cleaning type space.
Anybody have a prestidigitation in it?
I don't even know what that is.
Well.
I don't have it though.
Alright, if you've got...
Well, you're about as useful as a wolf barbarian then. Gee.
There you go.
Alright, if you've got
some
water left in your water skin, which I imagine you rung a full water skin before you came in here.
Yeah.
And you've got some spare cloth or your robes or whatnot. You can clean it up, Raven, during that 10 minutes that Draknar puts on his gear.
Cool.
And what you learn is that it's actually a phrase book. It's filled full of dwarven phrases. You take a couple of examples. My hotel is as clean as an elven arse.
Elven arse.
Still only counts as one. And I'm encumbered.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Plus many more. And you do recall that this Loicrotter was calling out for help mimicking a dwarf's voice when you'd come here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lots of little tidbits of advice here.
What's this thing down here? Is this like a mini blood font, or?
Yeah, there's just a small circular bowl on the ground. It's made of alabaster and it's very clean.
Oh, good. I gotta go.
It's just
Thank
sitting on
God.
the ground.
Does it have water? Indoor plumbing?
It doesn't have any water. It doesn't have a drain in it either.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Well, there's a doors over here if we want to open this one. I mean, we might as well look around. Any ones of these places could be leading to where we want to go.
All right, go ahead and open it. I'm right behind you.
All right.
If you're facing north.
You pull the door open, and there's a small office set up in here.
Never trust doors that open out.
Sitting behind a desk is a humanoid figure, but it looks quite demonic. They have tufts of gnoll fur all over their face, sharp gnoll-like fangs, and they just gaze at you. They also kind of look a bit kind of fiendish as well, or a bit demonic at the same time. It's a Cambion.
I don't see the.
It's not the same one we fought before with the shield, right?
No, it's not that same
Okay.
Cambion. Alright, the Cambion looks at you and he speaks in Infernal. Who understands that?
I believe I do.
I do.
Alright, he just says fuck.
No.
And then he says the rest of the words in common. So you are the ones that caused all the racket out there. I was hoping the Loicrotter would have finished you off, at least made you weaker, so I may finish you myself. But it appears that there are many of you. What do you want?
The sword.
We've come for the knife.
You cannot get the sword of Zariel. The blood flows in this dungeon. And while the blood flows, you cannot claim it.
Well, how do I stop the blood?
I cannot assist you in that manner. However, I can ignore your presence here. and you may leave, unimpeded by myself.
Is there anything interesting on his desk?
You take a look around, and there's an ink pot, a quill, and a few notes. It's upside down, Raven, so make a perception check.
Brady?
There's papers spilled all over the desk and a small candle and not much else in the room. You're unable to read the words.
Oh, yeah. Only because they're upside down.
Yeah, it's
Keeper.
that's questionable. But yeah, there are you're looking at them briefly from the wrong direction, so you're not able to make out the words. But when you guys start spilling in, the Cambion stands up and he says, "Perhaps you're not understanding what I'm saying." And he draws a spear, and the spear catches on fire. I said I am willing to ignore your presence here. That was not an invitation to enter my office.
Oh, I thought you said you were willing to applaud our presence here. I was waiting for you to start clapping.
Oh, he's got the clap?
No, he's applauding us.
Leave my office at once, or I'll be forced to expedite you myself.
What time is it, Nico?
That such a blood temple requires such paperwork.
Is it once or twice now, Nico? I don't know how to tell time down here.
The paperwork. This interests you?
Yeah.
And,
I like paper.
he's talking to mainly Gerald. He grabs a handful of paper and he kind of just throws it in the air towards you. Fine, take it all. It's a load of rubbish.
All right. Thanks.
Seems your office job's getting to you.
Now get out.
Paper.
We'll gather up the paper and we'll read it outside. Thanks.
Okay.
All I wanted to do was read the paper.
You gather up the scrunched bits of paper and he says, now close my door as well.
Oh my god, do you want me to chew your supper for you too? Man.
Alright, you guys
So the plan's just to leave him there and hope he has a fun day?
Yeah.
I can't imagine anything wrong with that plan.
You take a look at the scrunched up bits of paper and it just contains all of these random dwarven phrases written over and over and over again.
I add them to the book. Oh my god, this is a summoning spell? The Dwarven for Dumbethine? Man, I can't believe you just gave that up. Look at the way it's coded. I'll say loudly to the
Make a
doors.
deception check.
So,
Raven.
wait, is the let's think about this a little bit rationally and what's not. Maybe there's something that they're trying to get him to say in the corridors, and this might be important later or something.
Yeah.
Alright, you don't get any response for you yelling out that it's some sort of secret cipher.
Alrighty.
He calls out, I can still hear you outside my door. If I have to come out there, you will be met with hostility.
Oh, we've met him. He's nothing.
Let's leave him to his very important.
Nothing more angry than
Yeah,
an angry accountant. You know those tax peoples, they're like hell.
I just hope we don't get him as a waiter at the next place we eat.
Alright, you leave the Cambion to his clerical duties. And you continue making your way back through the hallway. There's a four-way intersection here. You guys came from the hall to the north. Torches
Do we
and
want to
sconces illuminate the halls.
Want to go over near the trolls? He was like over here, I think.
It's like pretty disturbing down this hall to the south as well.
Oh, I like being disturbed. I see Raven to the south. Yeah.
3-foot high ledge containing some pillars that support the ceiling. There is symbolism all over the floor on that ledge. And there are 6 corpses impaled by iron spikes along the walls of the chamber, 3 to the left and 3 to the right. They're writhing as if alive but being tortured. They all look like wretched humans with strips of flesh missing all over their naked, bloodied bodies. And they're just writhing and moaning.
I'm just gonna pull this guy off. It's okay.
Right.
We'll save you, or kill you, or
you take the body and you pull it off with a hook. It stops writhing and you just drop it on the ground.
Okay. Is it dead?
I mean, they look dead before you even took them off.
Oh. Yeah, but it was moving. Is it still moving?
It was. It's not moving anymore, no.
Okay, next. Pull them all off the hooks. Bargo, you get that side.
As you move up, you notice a bloody piece of parchment on the floor between 2 pillars supporting the ceiling over here. You pull another corpse off and they've got this hook impaling their chest. Yep. They even kind of moan a little bit in pain. As you take them off, and when you put them on the ground, they stop moving altogether.
Raven, I don't know, man. If someone came into my larder and took the beef off those hooks, I'd be mad.
No. Is this like what are they dressed as? Are they just like naked people?
They look like wretched humans with thin strips of flesh missing all over their naked, bloodied bodies.
Okay, so they don't look. Are they like the spikes similar to the ones that we were impaled by the trees over in the other one?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But they were literally trees, though, that they were impaled on. These are just iron spikes jutting out of the walls.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the paper. I'm gonna pull the paper over to me there and pull this guy off.
Okay, you use a mage hand and you pull the parchment closer to you. You take a look at it, and it's a journal entry. It looks like it's been torn from a journal. It says day 14. Day 14. The ritual brought our minds together. I was assailed simultaneously by hunger and rage, as if some great force from beyond had reached out and commanded me only to kill and eat. Though it lasted only a short time, it was a terrifying feeling to my human mind, but in a way, it was also comforting to feel myself a part of a much greater design. What I felt was not the hunger of one beast, but the hunger of them all.
Wow, we need big Snickers. Bargo, how you doing with pulling those guys off the wall over there?
I don't mess with another man's meat.
All right, Gerald, you pull them down.
Give it an attempt, I suppose.
You can
this one over.
Pull them off pretty easily. It's quite gruesome, and they're writhing up into the point where you drop them on the ground, and then they're just a flayed corpse. Blood starts to seep out from their bodies. There are hallways leading off into different directions here. The blood flows thick through these channels.
Which direction is the blood flowing towards?
It's flowing away from you. It's flowing to the south, and it's flowing to the east.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna walk down and check out the east end here.
Okay.
Oh.
You move down this hallway, and you see a small riser and a platform. It looks like a gallery. You can see a painting on the wall hanging up here. It's of Inogu.
I'm gonna go draw a mustache on it.
It looks like this.
What was the statue all the way to the south? Did I miss the description of that?
No, you haven't gone that way.
Okay, we'll go around there later.
It looks like this, that painting. And it's titled Inogu 1.
Oh yeah, I definitely draw a mustache on it.
Whoa. That's like old school.
Alright, moving down this hall, this torch just
door?
kind of illuminates the painting. You can see a door against the south wall, and the hallway continues further to the east. This door, now, it has like blood all over it, and it has this big bloody bolt lock, locking something in from the outside.
Oh, bet there's lots of meat in there, Burgo.
Walk up and knock on the door. Rap. Anyone there?
You
Burgo cats,
you
knock.
get a response in Abyssal. Who understands Abyssal?
I do.
I do.
Please help me.
Someone behind the store has bad gas.
Like a weak voice.
Who are you? Who are you?
I am but a victim.
No, you're not. Who are
I
you?
have been locked in here by the gnolls.
Yeah, who are you?
My name, I am too weak to recall it.
Oh, well, we're too weak to open the door. See you later.
I mean, what's if he's like actually a things? I mean, we got this other.
Please, you cannot leave me here. I will die.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's nothing worse than dying in hell either.
Please. I've been locked in here by the gnolls. I must be freed. Help me. I'm so hungry.
What
hey,
what
did you write this journal page?
what
Can I
do you
read the
eat?
Journal page to him. Did you write that?
Sorry, how are you showing it to him?
I'm not. I'm reading it to him.
Oh,
Hey, we found this journal page, and it says, "Blah, eat a Snickers." Is that yours? Did you write that?
I did not write this.
No.
Please,
too
I'm
bad.
so hungry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to eat us if we open up the door. I mean, I could slide. Is there any gap in the door whatsoever?
No. There's... I mean, you could probably fit through there if you're like in a gaseous form, but that's about it.
No place to like roll a good berry through and be like, here, have a light snack.
No, there's no gap under the door to slide anything through.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You sound like you're gonna eat our faces if we open this door, and I like my face.
I won't eat your face.
Okay, well,
The rest
okay.
of us?
I really don't want any of us being eaten and whatnots.
Please! I'm hungry! Let me out! And he starts banging on the door.
Does it sound big when he's banging on the door? Or does it sound like I'm really weak, I can barely survive?
It sounds pretty ferocious.
Okay.
Pretty aggressive. And it's like kind of snarling. Let me out of here! I need to feed!
I mean, I almost guarantees he's got like a big dog snout and stuff.
Or sharp pointy teeth.
I almost kind of want to see him, but I'm okay not seeing him too.
I'm hungry, let me out! Give me some food! There's a bakery nearby. Anything, the bread! Give me the bread!
Why don't you just give him one of these corpses that we have over here?
Well, if I could fit through a corpse into there, I would, but you know.
We don't want to open the door. At least Raven's not stupid enough to open the door. But if you want to try, you go right ahead. I'll be over here.
I think we're okay. Just like putting this on the side as the be back later.
We'll try to find a key. See you, bye.
Give me the bread! I'm hungry! Get back
we
here!
have bread?
Release me!
We're going to look for the bakery. BRB.
Alright,
We'll find you some donuts.
moving up to this next chamber, you still hear that banging and these epithets being screamed from that door as you move away. There's another gallery here. There's a very crude painting. It's made with blood, and This one appears to be not just an incarnation of Inogu, but in fact a full illustrated portrait of Inogu's incursion to the material plane. It shows the massive knoll with a many-tailed flail with an army of other gnolls riding on the backs of giant hyenas, hungry and thirsty.
Barkle would like to look behind the painting.
You pull the painting up, it's just hanging on another one of these iron hooks that these corpses were on, and there's nothing behind there.
Alright, I dipped the painting in the blood channel.
Nothing to indicate secret doors or anything like that?
You can make a perception check to look for a secret door.
Sure.
You examine the wall and you don't see any secret door there. It's there's just little bits of blood on the wall, that's about it.
Dude, Draknar, do those stairs go up?
Do they go up?
They
Yes.
descend, actually. They go
They descend.
down by about 10 feet. But there's something blocking the tunnel. It's a curtain that's made of flowing blood. It ripples as if there's a gentle breeze washing over it, and it's completely opaque. Bright red, you cannot see through it.
So we probably need Saturns off the bloods before we can go anywhere up there. It's just my guess.
I mean, how thick is the blood?
Oh, you probably don't want to touch that blood.
You can't see through it, so you're not really sure, but it kind of looks like I mean, the way it's moving, it looks like a fairly thin curtain.
Anybody have an umbrella?
I don't even know what that is. Those are like the
Enormous
Hulks
device.
with 4 eyes? The
No,
umbrella Hulk?
Yeah, no. It's a gnomish thing.
Hmm.
It's like a big thing you put over your head to keep the rain from hitting you.
I got yous.
When I was in that room,
I'm still very concerned about these slanty room. Like they feel like,
Shield?
so when I was in that room, there was like a broken spear on the ground, which I grabbed at first. I just want to kind of probe the curtain to see what happens.
You poke the curtain, and it's very solid. It's solid enough that it blocks the spearhead from going into it, and it feels like a solid wall.
Solid wall, apparently, of blood.
It also kind of like ripples as well. You see it ripple through the blood, move throughout the wall.
Huh.
I mean, it sounds like it's we should go somewhere else. I don't like that this there's like a little, it feels like there's something like here. Like look how it's nice and all. Okay. It feels like there should be like a room in here.
Maybe that's the other end of where we came in at.
I mean, maybes, but I don't usually see the point of doing these curvy wall things for no good reasons.
Haven't found the bakery yet. We'll find you some Timbits later.
Why you gotta antagonize the little beast thing?
I can smell you! Get back here! Let me out!
I go back to the door and I pull my finger. There, you smell me now.
Let's go down here. There's like
Alright,
a
when
big
you
giant.
move there,
Yeah.
Nico, just hold up.
Uh-oh.
Anyone else want to move up a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright, that's good. Alright, when you guys get there, or when you stand there, Nico, you're ambushed. There's something hiding behind that wall.
Oh, hi.
Alright, let me describe this room to you before we start this encounter. So, as you look further in this room, blood flows uphill, up these 2 ledges, and into these circular basins on a 6-foot high riser against the south edge of the room. There are 8 pillars supporting the ceiling. They buttress the ceiling at a height of 50 feet. This is a huge chamber. There is a fountain sitting against a 5-foot-high ledge that has rivulets of blood draining into it from these hands. Actually, you know what? I'm completely describing the wrong room. Let's try that again. Well, it's very similar. It's my own dungeon. I don't even know it. No. So yeah, there's this golden statue. It's a 30-foot tall golden statue of a featureless woman. She's sitting on a 2-foot-high alabaster riser against the back wall, and she has blood dripping from her wrists. The blood drips from her wrist and empties into these shell-shaped basins 30 feet below the wrists, and that blood seems to just kind of collect in these pools. The statue's arms are 20 feet above the floor, and there is a religious symbolism on the ground here. And the statue is just bleeding. Her bloodied wrists are emptying into these basins. So as you come around the corner, there is a Shusava waiting here. It's a hyena demon. They're usually kind of gifted. They've done something to earn Inogu's favor. And it's hiding behind this wall. It's going to attempt to surprise everyone. Here's the stealth check for surprise. It's very loud. It alerts everyone, so no one is surprised. And it has this kind of like yellowish venom dripping from its maw and a long tail. It looks like a scorpion's tail, like a barbed tail. And it jumps out at you, Nico. And you notice something about its fur as well. There are these like its body looks kind of eaten away by acid. You can see its ribs exposed, but it has these like lines of blood surrounding it, like veins, like throbbing bloody veins all over its body, and it has red glowing eyes. And you're up first, Nico.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to go first of all, because it like surprised me, but not really surprised me. I'm just gonna disengage and move back because this thing like is gonna eat my face, I feel.
It jumps out and tries to bite you on the face. Definitely hostile. If you have any attacks.
I'll back up to here, and then I'll I got a good bonus thing at the moment. Alright, I guess I'll have to be good for now.
Alright, it steps up from around the corner, and it looks down at you all. It chuckles a little bit, and its long stinger tail comes straight in at Gerald. It hits. And you need to make a constitution
I
save.
will shield as a reaction.
Okay. You hold up your hand and that stinger tail flicks back off your shield. The Shusava then lunges at you and tries to snap its maw down onto you. It misses. It bounces its head back and then quickly skittles along the ground and runs back around the corner.
As it leaves my reach,
You don't have a reaction.
Oh, by the way, I used my reaction. Never mind.
And it runs back around the corner into that room.
But you
Back
contemplated foul things very, very much on it.
I really, really wanted to take a swing.
Is this where the inevitable betrayal happens? We're all waiting for it.
Turns around and attacks you. You're up, Drac.
All right, I'm ready.
I hear old drow have big like pets like that.
All right, so I guess it's like right on top of me, pretty much, right?
It went down here.
Oh. So I guess I'll move over to. I mean, I don't see it.
Yeah, it ran around the corner. That's why.
Oh, there it is. All right. So it's running away, or are we running away? I'm so sorry.
It just it came in. It tried to hit Gerald with its tail. It tried to bite him, and then it ran back around the corner.
Yeah, it seemed to be doing a stick and move type thing.
I'll go right to it, and I will attack it.
Crit.
And I will use my second attack. Oh, you can just roll damage. I'm sorry.
Alright, when you hit it, Draknar, the longsword is resisted. It takes 8 points of slashing damage. It kind of just bruises it and cracks a bit of its bone.
I will take my second attack with my flail.
Hit. And you swing the flail and you smack the Shusifar over the face, and it just kind of bruises it. You notice with every hit, these red veins of blood are kind of throbbing, and the Shusifar barely looks like it's even getting hurt.
Fuck. Alright, I will take my third attack. I will use my flail again.
And that hits. You slam the flail into it again and continue beating it down. Are you using 2 weapon fighting? Is that why you got the longsword and the flail? Dual wielder?
Yeah.
Okay, well you can use your bonus action to make another attack. You've got the dual wielder feat, right?
Which one?
Dual wielder.
2 weapon.
If you don't have the feat, then you can't actually do 2 weapon fighting like that. So just presume that you change weapons. Yeah, they have to be light weapons, like a short sword or a scimitar. But just presume that you changed the weapons. Otherwise, yeah, you need light weapons for that. But yeah, still same thing. You can do the 3.
So will longsword do as a light? Will not do as a and a flail will not do as a light weapon.
Light weapons. They're they have to have the light property. So like it's like scimitar, short sword,
Dagger.
Oh, I got you.
yeah, it's a weapon property.
All right,
I don't have to take the dual wielder feat. Yeah.
I don't have any of those weapon styles. So I mean, I'll just take my normal 3 and I'll be done.
Okay, if your turn is finished,
And I guess we'll just say, okay.
if you're done with your turn, you need to hit the end of turn button. Just it's in the chat box there. That little pink EOT button. Click that and it'll pass it on to the next person. Gerald.
Alright, Gerald will walk down to the south. Bonus action, Hex, as Eldritch markings appear on the Shusifar. Action, Eldritch Blast.
And oh, you didn't cast your spell yet, Gerald.
There we go.
Okay. Alright. You do that at was first level?
Yeah, just the first level.
First level, cool. Alright. That beam hits. For 14 points.
Second beam.
That hits.
Third beam lances out at the Shusifar.
Crit. Only when that third beam hits the demon that it actually looks like you've heard it. These red glowing veins of blood that are all over its skin seem to be absorbing some of the attacks, but you hear a loud crack with that crit and you like snap one of its rib bones.
Take a step back. And my turn.
It's going to attack you with its stinger tail. It comes in and narrowly misses you, Gerald, from 15 feet away. Bargle.
Alright. He is going to go reckless.
Correct. Alright, you come in and just rip the great sword through it. It tears through its flesh. 44 points of damage. It staggers back and it looks a little bit hurt.
Alright. Gonna do it again.
Hit. sorry, Quag, can you do me a favor real quick? On your settings in the top right hand corner of your screen, can you turn off your background chat beep? It's beeping through your mic every time someone rolls a dice.
Is it on Discord or on Roll20?
It's on Roll20. It's like it's that beeping sound. It's coming up like every time someone rolls a dice. It's called enabled background chat beep. It's in the top right hand corner of your screen. It's like a cog icon. It's like the third setting down or something like that.
Alright, I got it. I took care of that.
Right, you tear through the Shusiver again, Bargle, and it's looking bloodied now. Michael's dripping out all over the ground.
Beautiful. All right, bonus action for the crit.
That hits. You slam the axe up again, slicing it across the face, and more of this. It's kind of like a yellowish, off-whitish colored ichor drips out of its face, and it's close to being defeated by the looks of things. Raven.
Alrighty. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I don't see it. So I will hold my action. If it comes in range, I will blast it.
Okay. You hold out your hand, cast Eldritch Blast, and just before you unleash it, you hold on to it with concentration, getting ready to unleash. Nico.
It's definitely out there somewhere. Know that for sure. Okay, 5. Oh, see, found it.
Bring it over. Thorn whip it.
I can. That's what I was going to do anyway, but I was over 1 anyway.
That's a miss. Yeah, it's cover.
Okay. Wait,
try.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, if I jacks it should. No, it doesn't. I think that's all my movement. Ah, no. 5 more. There we go.
The blood from these channels in the ground, they form tiny little streams that float through the air towards the Shusiver. They wrap around the demon and cause these veiny, bloody appendages to throb all over its body. You watch as it's very, very quickly healed, almost back to looking completely uninjured. It lets out a roar and screams in abyssal, "I am the chosen of Yinogu!" And as a bonus action with Hungry Jaws, it's going to try and bite Bargle. And it chomps him for 20 points of piercing damage. It's going to turn its head and try to bite Draknar. And it misses. It starts to kind of scamper up this ledge. And it moves around here, provoking an opportunity attack from Draknar.
Oh, perfect. I'll hit him with my greatsword.
You have I think you have like a flail out or a longsword?
I have a flail and I have a longsword in my hand.
It would have to be one of those weapons. I think the last thing you attacked with was the flail. But yeah, when you opportunity attack it, you don't get to change weapons as well, unfortunately.
No problem.
The flail hits. You slam it into the Shusiver, and you hear a couple more cracks as the flail hits its ribs. But it's eyeing off Gerald and just says, "Get this curse off of me!" And it comes in. Oh, Raven's gonna hit it with the Eldritch Blast. That's right.
Yeah.
Your first beam misses.
Gonna try.
Your second beam hits.
Ooh, push
Second
it back
beam,
10.
just one at a time, Raven, because something might happen in between your second and third attack. All right. You know, for example, it might get pushed back and have cover. All right, so you hit it for 13 points of force damage, and you want to push it back.
Push back 10 feet.
All right, you slide it back 10 feet, and you've still got a line of sight of it. The third beam hits it, and taps it for 9 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Alright, it's going to keep on running forward, and it's quite angry. It runs up and uses its stinger tail on you, Raven. Rah!
Hey, what'd I do? Oh, crap.
Make a constitution save against poison. The tail hits you straight in the chest. You resist the poison. And you take 33 points of poison damage. Don't forget that you're not able to regain hit points as well.
33 poison. Yikes.
Not poison, piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You resist the poison. It also has poison, but that doesn't affect you. And the Shucifer just snarls at you all and just says,
Fools! I am gifted for Inogu. Look at me. I am invincible.
And ends its turn there. Draknar. Hello? Quag? I think you're muted. Hello? Oh, I can't hear you. I wonder if he changed something on Discord.
No.
He left. So his mic
Hello?
flashing before he went.
Mic check. Mic
Oh
check.
yeah, we can hear you again now. Cool.
That was me. All right. I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
All right, so you stow your flail, and you pull out your crossbow. So you're not using a shield, right?
Not currently.
Cool. All right, you're at disadvantage because you're in melee reach and using a ranged attack. And 23 hits. Roll damage. That second attack misses. The bolt hits the Shucifer and continues bludgeoning it. Doesn't quite pierce through its flesh, but it does still hurt it.
All right. I'll take my second shot.
That second one misses.
Oh, can I take a third, or did I have to use an action to pull
Oh,
it out?
actually,
my
sorry,
crossbow?
wait. You can only fire once with a crossbow. It's unless you have
Unless you have
crossbow
crossbow
expert. Yeah.
Oh, I do have the fighting style of.
Crossbow
actually.
expert is a feat. It's not actually a
Yeah.
fighting style. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A longbow you could use multiple attacks, but crossbow it's kind of just like a one shot, and then you're reloading it.
Oh, all right, no problem. Then I guess I'm done.
You can draw, you can draw your flail. Say you can draw your flail and make your other attack, your other two attacks.
Okay, I'll do that.
Crit. You smack the Shucifer across its ribs again. You hear a loud crack as more bones are broken. And yeah, I'd say I'd take that for that second one that you rolled as well. So that would be it. You did roll
Okay.
a third on that second attack. Still hit it pretty hard though. All right, so any bonus action or movement?
No, I'm good. I'm done. Well, you know what? I will. I mean, if I disengage, is he going to get an attack of opportunity from?
You used your action to attack, so you can't disengage.
All right, I'm done then.
Okay. All right, when you're done, hit that end of turn button. Gerald.
Gerald will risk an attack and step back to the north.
It's gonna try and bite you. Miss. It chomps the air.
Gerald's going to retaliate. Shadowy energy is going to lance out. Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
Going to push it back 10 feet.
Alright, it kind of hits this lip and slides up onto this clean looking bowl in the middle of the room. Hit.
another 10 feet.
Alright, you slide it all the way back towards the back corner of the room. It hits the wall, and it's looking pretty beat up. The third beam is a narrow miss. It is on a 6-foot-high ledge now as well, so it has half cover on top of that.
And my turn. If Roll20 will let me.
You can see all of these broken bones and acid like dripping out of its gullet everywhere, hissing as it hits the ground. Bargle.
Alright. Assuming that's 10, 20.
Yeah, you can scamper up those
25.
ledges as difficult terrain.
If we didn't mention, he has ostrich legs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My legs are. Demonite Core got me. Alright, I'm gonna go after Shu recklessly again.
That hits. You bring the great axe around and whoosh, slash into its side. You're just like tearing through it. It's got broken bones everywhere. Hit. You chomp the axe down onto its neck. It almost forces it to the ground. Eyeballs spewing out of its mouth.
That is it.
It's looking like completely crumbled at this stage. Raven.
Yeah, right. I like being over here and it being over there. I think I'm gonna shoot it a few times. Just because.
It's got half cover.
Let's cast Spell Sniper.
Okay. Hit. The beam hits it in the face and almost finishes it off. The second beam hits it, and it hits the ground. When it hits the ground, these pulsating veins of blood start throbbing all over its body, and you start to see more of the blood transferring to the Shusavol. And it very much looks like this thing's going to get healed again. It's going to recover.
Hit it again.
You miss it.
What?
13 misses.
Oh man. Well, beat it up, Bargo. Keep beating it.
The thing's kind of quivering. It's effectively incapacitated, but as you saw, this blood seems to be repairing it, and as far as you can tell, it's invincible while this blood is healing it.
Where's the blood coming from? Is it the statue's wrist?
It's coming from these channels in the ground.
Oh, okay.
It's rising up from the channels, and it's moving into the Shusavar, and some kind of floating streams move through the air and into it.
Well, keep beating him, Bargo. Nico, burn him.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go over to here and look at my good friend Draknar, and I'm going to just hand him the silver skull flail. Like, this might work better. I don't know. And then I'm going to try and Sacred Flame the Shusavar.
Alright, the holy fire falls down onto it and just kind of causes the Shusavar to convulse on the ground, flicking its tail and arms everywhere. And then the blood continues pumping through it. The red glow from its eyes returns, and it's looking all patched up. It jumps to its feet.
Fools! I am the chosen of Inogu! I have been gifted! I am invincible!
And then with its hungry jaws as a bonus action, it attempts to bite Bargle. It misses. It comes in with its stinger tail at Bargle. The stinger tail slams into you. Venom is injected into you, Bargle. Make a Constitution save against poison. The poison does not bother you. The tail hits you for 14 points of damage. It's then going to run over here, using last of its movement speed, and it's going to turn its head and try and bite Bargle. keeping people in range of its stinger tail at the same time. It bites you, Bargle, and you're chomped for 27 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Draknar.
Okay. So I guess Nico gave me this.
It's like exactly like your flail, except it's got a skull on the end and it's silver.
All right, I guess I'll take that. And I will also arm myself with my shield.
Putting a shield on takes an action.
Okay.
So if you do want to strap it to your arm, it's going to take your action for this turn.
Can I use it as my bonus action?
It's not a bonus action, it's an action.
All right. I guess I'll use it as an action then.
Alright, you quickly strap your shield to your arm.
And I
Puncture
will
you
move.
see by 2.
And I will, I'll attack.
You used
With
your
the flail.
action. You use your action to put
Oh.
the shield on.
Okay.
You only have one
alright.
action. Unless you're action surging, you could do that.
No, I guess, if that's the case, I guess won't move. I'll go back to where I was and end my turn.
Okay. Gerald.
Seeing something very interesting going on here. This thing's gonna get healed again and again, I think.
If
But
you
the
want to try and come up with a way to stop that, you can make a medicine check, Gerald, using your action. Or you can simply come up with your own idea of how to stop it.
Let's start flinging firebolts at this statue here. And if that doesn't work, we'll go with the medicine check next.
At the statue, like the the chest, the head.
I mean, I'd like to hit these bleeding arms.
The wrist? That one?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. The 15 is a hit. When it hits the statue's arm, it actually cauterizes the wound. You hear it hissing and crackling, and the blood no longer flows from the right wrist of the statue.
Alright, I note that there's some steps over here. Is it difficult terrain if I move up the steps instead of the ledge?
It's not. Actually, roll damage for that firebolt, Gerald. There is actually a threshold of how much fire. Yeah, 11 is enough. That's enough to cauterize the wound. Yeah, these steps, they're not difficult terrain, they're just steps.
Okay.
There's a sign there that
mean,
says please use the steps as well. Because no one uses the steps.
Hold handrail when using steps.
Alright. I mean, I don't think it's going to cause much material difference in terms of where I get, but I'll move to here and I'll end my turn.
The Shusaver looks up at the wrist with a worried look on its face and says,
What did you do?
Bargle. Bargle.
Sorry, yes. I'm taking my primary action to disengage. Fine.
You going to hide behind Raven? Because I mean, if you need a shield, I approve.
I just didn't want to get some distance, and then I'm through the shoot heavy crossbow at him.
His name is Nico,
Disengage.
and he approves that message.
You took the disengage action.
Oh, that's right. Yes, never mind. So I do not do that. I dream of doing that.
Took the raking size action.
Wow, you got a tormentor in your pocket.
I should probably take off all those macros for the moment. Alright, Raven.
Alright. I'm gonna shoot and push back 10 feet.
That hits. Alright, you slam the beam into it and you're damaging what it's recovered.
And shoot and push back 10 feet.
Hit. Alright, you slam it back 5 feet and it hits the wall now. You hear another crunch from the force damage, breaking its bones. Again.
Then I shoot him in the leg.
That hits. The beam smashes into its leg. You hear a bit of a cracking.
I point at him and laugh. Poor puppy! Send him to the puppy pound.
Nico.
Oh crap, he gets to go again.
Okay, I mean, I'd like to shoot the other wrist, seeing as that worked pretty good.
Okay. Hit. And that's more than enough to cauterize the wrist. The firebolt slams into it. You hear a crackle, and despite the statue being made of gold, it's very much like it's flesh. It's no longer bleeding now. What happens when both wrists are cauterized is that these basins underneath the wrists, they maintain their volume. The channels of blood from this chamber run dry. They all drain now, so they're filled with dry blood. And in addition to that, the circular basin in the middle of this room, it fills up with this very bright red blood. It's like very, very bright red.
Must be American. Red blood.
Okay, well, I'll stand in front of Bargo because he looks like he's hiding.
The Shusava, it looks around to you all and says,
My blood! My sustenance!
And it doesn't innately heal up. None of the blood from the channels is left, and it doesn't flow from anywhere else. It does, however, move over to the bowl, and as a bonus action, it drinks from the bowl, and it heals it. With blood all over its face, it then sets its gaze onto Gerald. And it comes in with a stinger tail at him.
That's the last time you get to drink the blood.
The stinger tail misses. It then rushes in at Gerald, and it just turns its head and tries to bite him. It chomps towards you and misses by a couple of inches. Ends its turn there.
You're very agile.
Alright. I will...
Yeah.
with the silver flail that was just given.
Hit. Right, despite the flail made from silver, it still doesn't overcome its resistance. It crashes into it for 5 damage.
Sorry, really thought that would work.
It's okay. I'll attack again.
Hit. The flail crashes into the Shusava once more, and it's bludgeoning it up pretty good.
And I'll take one more attack.
Hit. You smack it in the face with the flail, and it lets out a bit of a yelp.
Could I use action surge?
Sure.
I will take another attack.
I'll give you 3 more.
Perfect.
Hit. Continue hammering it with a flail.
I look at Nico. Seems working pretty good.
Hit.
It's more the wielder than the flails.
You keep on beating the Shusava down. Hit. You slam into it again, and despite it resisting these attacks, you've messed it up pretty good. It's getting all mingled up now.
When you finally kills it, does candy comes out of it?
And give me 1 second. I will end turn.
Gerald. When you move away from it, it's going to turn its head and try to bite you. I think you might be muted there, Gerald. That's a miss.
Yes, I said I was going to risk what hopefully is this thing's final attack and step away down here. And then in retaliation, Eldritch Blast.
Hit. The beam crashes into it. Miss. And a hit. A solid beam of force energy intertwined with all of this crackling purple necrotic energy fuses through its torso. The hole is cut through the other side of it, and it falls down onto the ground, and it actually starts to melt. You see its fur just start to kind of become tainted. Its bones liquefy, and this off-white colored goop seems to dissolve it all, and it's nothing more than just a hide with ichor in a matter of moments.
You might not want to touch the ichor, Dreknar, if you haven't gotten that. You might end up with like ostrich legs.
Raven, you're looking pretty worse aware. Do you want to try drinking some of this blood?
Is there any left?
Yeah, it's full.
This seems like a worse plan than usual.
Firstly, is anyone proficient in medicine? Sorry.
I am.
You're proficient in medicine. Alright, you recognize the blood.
And medicine kit. And I have an herbalist.
Alrighty. Your go-to witch doctor. Alright,
Yeah.
The blood is hemoglobin. It's like known for sustenance. It's very bright red in color.
They got rid of all of the other stuff that we didn't need in there. No plasma, no nothings.
See?
That's like all the good bloods.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires would love that.
We can make some blood pudding.
I mean, I wouldn't strings it. Is there any way to test if that's human blood, or is it like null blood? Is it like that same? Is it like just a filtered version of what was running in the channels?
It had just magically appeared when the wounds were cauterized. You've got no idea where this blood came from.
I would like try rubbing it on one of your ouchy spots first before you went and just like chugged it, because drinking blood's actually not so good for you.
All right, I'll put a little on my ouchie.
Rubbing the blood on a wound doesn't do anything.
Okay, I'll lick a little bit from my finger. See how it tastes.
It's good.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's moreish.
It's
It
what?
makes you feel good. It makes you want to drink more.
All right. No, I'll have a little.
Oh wait, I was just trying to walk around. Too late.
You're the first person to ever use the stairs, Nico. All right, you're drinking a dose, Raven.
I'm short. It's actually kind of hard to get up this.
All right, when you drink the blood, it gives you 20 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
You may not be able to regain hit points. However, this special hemoglobin makes you feel a whole lot better. Makes you feel stronger. Fills you with vitality.
Turns you into a demon. Fiend. Whatever those things was.
Well, it's not like I killed the thing. That's where the blood came from. I do feel better. Have a drink, Bargle.
I mean, are we all going to do this? We don't know if there's any long-term effects and whatnot.
Well, you don't look hurt, so you don't have to do it.
I wasn't planning on it even if I was hurt.
Well,
Okay, I'm just just saying, you know.
I don't think drinking raw blood is out of the norm for an orc. So you can, all right, Bargle, take a glug.
Okay.
You take a sip, you cup your hands are covered in blood, it stains your beard, your face, and you gain 20 temporary hit points, Sparkle.
awesome. I think we should go back and report to the guy that the things are dead, and maybe sit around his chamber for an hour.
He likes to rest an awful lot, but yeah, I mean, we should at least goes up. I mean, he might like send us off somewhere though. We probably should keep looking at all the doors and whatnots down here, because he might not let us back down afterwards.
We do have other paths to explore.
Okay, our main fighting guy is almost dead.
Yeah.
I am
So
almost dead and out of spells.
so
I think Gerald, the other warlock, is probably close to out of spells or almost out of spells. But now,
I've got a decent amount of spells left. I've been relatively
but
conservative.
the almost deads isn't going to help us as long as we're in the anti-life field. So we'll continues to be almost dead.
okay, but
I'm
the
also-
almost deads will help us when I can cast spells and incapacitate creatures or bring my buddy to come visit.
Yeah, that always goes so well.
Is there
It
any
does.
blood remaining in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Really,
fine.
lots.
Yeah,
So I
it doesn't
have
seem to be depleting at all.
I have alchemist supplies which I am proficient with, and glass vials. I wish to take a sample of this, a vial of the blood.
Alright, when you take the vial and you take it away from the basin, it turns black.
That's not what bloods usually does. I didn't roll a medicine
Yeah,
check. I'm just
yeah.
going with that.
Yeah, it does when it's old.
Yeah, this is for you to drink later, Raven.
I don't drink old blood. Look at it. It's old and scabby.
Am I able to identify the nature of the transformation that the blood has undergone?
It's gonna be an Arcana check.
Mhm.
It's something
Ye-
magical in nature.
Or you could just put it in spinets, and then the heavy stuff stays there, and the light stuff slides out.
It's very advanced technology.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
also
Or you could
there's
boil it.
religious symbolism all over the floor as well that could be discerned if
Ooh,
someone
I love
wants to make
religion.
a religion check. Alright, firstly, Gerald, you don't quite understand the nature of the blood, why it does this, and what exactly is going on here, but as the Shusava said, this is some sort of gift of Yinogu. So you think it has something to do with Yinogu, and then Nico, you identify the religious symbolism on the floor, and it's it depicts the willing gift of blood for sacrifice.
Okay, that's pretty creepy.
This is some sort of temple.
Well, now that we've desecrated,
That means they're probably expecting you to give blood, not take blood here.
well, do you want to break the bowl the blood's in?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
you've already started drinking it. It seems to be helping you. You might want to come back and drinks it later or something. Or another. Do we know that that's actually a Shusavar? Another big demon.
Yeah.
Demon might come back and eat it.
Null demon.
Another Noli demon comes and drinks it.
You could make a history check to try and recall lore about that creature if you want.
Holy, I actually studied those.
19 is good.
It was in my picture book that we did in Candlekeep.
Yeah,
you colored one.
You were studying devils, but you might have perused a few books about demons. So it's a hyena demon. It's actually a gift by Yinogu to an especially powerful gnoll, like a Fang of Yinogu or a Pack Lord or something more powerful. So yeah, this creature's it manifests shortly after a warband achieves a great victory, emerging from a billowing, fetid cloud of smoke as it arrives from the abyss. And they are bonded to a particular gnoll, and usually they fight alongside their master. And a gnoll that has been gifted with a Shusavar is second only to a Flind, which is the highest rank of gnoll in their warband. So it's a little bit strange to not see the person that this Shusavar serves, or the gnoll that the Shusavar serves, alongside it. So all the blood has stopped flowing in this chamber now, up until these intersections where you'd entered, where it continues to flow.
I mean, she wants to go down this ways.
I mean, unless we wish to release our hungry friend, then I think that's the way we should go.
Okay. Now, is it all the channels all the way up and back, or is it just from this hallway down? Okay.
North and south, all the blood has stopped flowing. To the west, it continues to flow.
Okay, I'm gonna take the wide way around so I don't get like attacked right around the corner again. Haha.
Okay.
Bam!
As you're taking off, I noticed that Draknar was not having a good time with his longsword in the fight. I'm going to offer him that longsword plus one I have in me that's not being used right now. This might be better than what you're using.
I was just about to do something that I've never done yet, which I've had for a long time, and just reach into my pocket and pull out some magic stones. But that longsword definitely seems like a better thing than chucking pebbles at people.
Alright, so +1 longsword, Draknar. It's going to overcome the resistance of creatures.
See? We want that back, though, when the inevitable betrayal happens, though. Just to let you know.
You'll get it back, alright. Are you there? Are you there, Quags?
You get it in your back.
Whoa.
Hello?
I'm just telling you that this hallway was way longer than I was expecting it to be.
Alright. Are you there, Quags? I heard something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm
Fargo
sorry.
gave you a +1 sword.
He gave you a +1 longsword and party head off in this direction.
I apologize. I had a work text I just started looking at.
No problem.
Okay.
You got a +1 longsword. It's all yours. Until the
Oh, thank you
inevitable
so much.
betrayal happens.
And then we want it back.
Okay.
Like, immediately as you can't beat us with our own longsword.
All right, is that like automatically into my inventory?
If you drag
No
it,
backstabby.
if you drag it from the compendium onto your sheet, it's going to fill it out for you automatically.
+1 longsword?
Yeah.
Okay, let me, this is a door here.
There's an art gallery here. There's more art. There's another picture on the wall.
Is it Yunogu 2?
It's not. It's Yunogu. It's titled Yunogu 3.
Oh, shit. Do you think there is a Yunogu 2, or it's just there to mess with us?
I draw another mustache on him.
Okay. Raven draws a mustache up him.
Is that him getting his legs cut off? I'm a little confused at this. Is he...
He's depicted as jumping off a rock. He has this 3-headed flail, and he looks like he's kind of slowly evolving over time. Yeah.
The artist is getting better.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, yeah. His legs are tucked up behind him, not like chopped off at the knees. Okay.
I'm going to admire the art because
Form.
the flail that he's wielding is amazing.
Yeah. You should feel it. It's not so amazing.
So yeah, the party had already fought and defeated Yunogu prior to this.
It had a name. It was like Heartseeker or Heartslayer or something like that.
Hey, and also, by the way, who gave me this sword just now?
Bargle the orc.
Thank you, Argle.
Alright, you've still got this anti-life aura. You're still feeling quite sick.
I was really hoping the anti-life aura went away when the blood stopped bleeding.
There's a door set against the south wall, and Raven, you move up, and there's another painting here on the wall.
It's Yunogu 2.
It's Yunogu 4. He's
Ooh,
depicted
I've drawn
as far more vicious and way taller than other gnolls. He still has his signature 3-headed flail in his hand.
I draw a big droopy mustache on this one and a goatee.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that there's probably something's behind this door. Is it bolted like the other one was?
No, it doesn't lock from the outside.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna open this door. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to open this door.
Alright, it opens up easily.
Uh-huh.
And you're pleased to see a bakery. There's a wood fire oven set onto the east wall. There's a broom for sweeping out the ash. There's some tongs and whatnot. A paddle. Then there are some nice neat loaves of bread. They're just sitting on the floor, but they're stacked up. 8 nice round loaves on the western wall. There's a bag of flour on a shelf near the oven, and a wooden chopping board on a wooden table with a meat cleaver and what looks like some cut up pieces of offal.
Is the bread soft? Like edible bread?
You take one of these loaves and pick it up. And it's hard. It's as hard as a rock. You could probably like rob a bank with it.
I was so hopeful for a moment. Does it look like there's been like a fire in this any sort of recently?
It's sitting cold at the moment, but yeah, there's some burnt logs and some ash in there. The bag of flour is stained red, and all the loaves are also bright red. There's a fresh loaf of bread sitting on the edge of the oven.
Getting ready to be
And
made into
there's
blood pudding.
A rolling pin in this room, and the rolling pin is actually part of... I think this is the first one you guys have found, actually. Yes. It's a part of an axe. Someone proficient in martial weapons can tell that this is actually a part of a blood axe. It's the belly. So there are several parts to an axe. Butt, toe, heel, cheek, beard, shoulder, belly, throat, eye, and knob. So anyone proficient in martial weapons viewing this rolling pin will actually realize it's the belly of an axe. It seems to be a part of this blood axe.
I'm just gonna go over and take that fresh baked bread they said was there.
Yeah.
It wasn't fresh baked at all.
Oh, well, you said it was.
It's fresh. I mean, it's kind of... Yeah, it's off to the side. It looks like it's just come out of the oven.
Take a bite.
It's as hard as a rock. And you take a bite, and you need to make an athletics check to bite into it.
Oh, you're gonna break it. You're gonna break a tooth for sure.
Alright, you managed to bite into it, Raven. You don't know how anyone could eat this stuff, and it's just bright red, and it does not taste. It tastes very kind of irony.
Is there any flour and stuff here to
like almost like someone dipped it in blood? Because that seems like
there's a bag of flour right near the wall where Gerald is. The bag itself is stained kind of pinkish in color.
I'm gonna check that, and we got some water. Any salt or yeast?
Yeah, there's all the ingredients you need here for blood, except the actual flour, Raven. You question as to what it's made out of. You open the bag up, and there's like little tiny chunks of hard bone in it.
Demon flour.
And in terms of water, there's no water, but there is little pots of blood here, and there's no yeast. There's looks like offal and things like that.
why have we gone all Bitty Crocker and what's not?
No, can make some flatbread.
Or we could just eat a good berry and call it a day.
I mean, for the guy in the other room.
Why don't you just grab
Okay, we still's gonna have to open the door, and if not, why don't we just grab some breads here and go chuck them some breads?
That's what I'm thinking. Why don't we all grab a loaf of this blood bread, and then when he comes out like a savage, we can just throw it at him.
We're gonna go clubbing people with bread. Wouldn't this rolling pin over here be better to go clubbing with?
No, I'm not saying we should club him. I'm saying that we throw it at him so he eats it.
Who makes a steel rolling pin? This is like very
I know,
stupid.
right?
It's not a rolling pin, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a handle to an axe.
Is there any other pieces of axe around?
No, normally axes have little heads on them, and this is round.
Exactly.
And it's in a bakery.
That's a handle to the axe. So.
And a knob.
Okay, maybe they didn't have a rolling pin.
Maybe.
There's a meat cleaver, and there's some other instruments for work in the oven, but none of them seem to be actually a part of an axe.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll find the rest of the axe. Maybe we should take this with us.
I think you should.
All right. I don't really know what the parts of an axe are, so someone that knows what the parts of an axe are probably should hold this.
There's a handle and an axe.
Yeah, there's the holdy part and the ouchies parts. That's all the parts that I know.
I'll carry it around if you like. I don't mind.
Okay, here you go. Have yourselves a heck of a good. Like a big axe? Or are we talking like a little axe?
It looks
great
to
axe.
be, yeah, it looks to be a great axe, part of a great axe.
Wow, a great axe. That's like better than a good axe. Okay, so let's keep looking, I guess. Do you want to bring some of the spreads with us in case you want to go chucks it at that other guy's? Who knows? Maybe even the demon thing would have liked it. I'm also be on the lookouts of the knoll that was the handler for the thingy. All right, we going this way. You guys, we each grab a bread, or is someone gonna grab a couple of them?
I'm gonna grab
Okay.
a loaf.
Okay. You can grab a loaf, just call it blood bread, and add it to your inventory.
Gerald will also grab blood bread.
Okay, there's
Blood
8 loaves, so
bread.
there's 6 now.
Blood bread.
Okay.
Jared goes one way, Nico goes the other. Where are you guys?
Oh, where are we going?
I'm gonna grab two.
I thought we were going down the hallway. Are we going to give this thing blood bread? I mean, because we can do that
Go
too.
feed the guy blood bread.
All right, I'm down with this plans. Because what could go wrong? I think you could shortcut over this way.
Which way did we go, George? Which way did we go?
We're going back to where we were before with the guys in hey, I'm gonna eat your face and things.
This way.
Promise to not eat our face.
I haven't. Oh, he did specifically promise not to eat our face. In none of those paintings that we had, we saw that axe, right? That we've seen so far.
Yeah, no. Yinogu's only depicted as wielding a 3-headed flail.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Nico.
Oh no, this is 100% not my plan.
I didn't vote for this.
I was specifically against this from the very start. So, yeah, I think this is someone else's jobs, and I think Bargle's been eaten by a knoll along the way.
Wait, where is Bargle?
Way back there. He's eating knoll bones.
We're all the way to the back to the east where
Bargle
we
went
were
back
before.
to Richten von Scale.
Oh, he went all the way back.
He should have made that left turn at Albuquerque.
I wouldn't have let you get that far.
They're over where the hungry voice is calling out from beyond the doorway.
Hello,
Oh, I remember the spot, and I don't remember exactly where in the map that
down
was.
here. Woo-hoo. There you go. Stop wandering away when you're almost dead. Okay, who's doing this?
I can do it from over here if you want.
I was going to say, let's see if we can open it with Mage Hand. I'll place a bread on the ground in front of the door.
I'll open it while he's doing that.
Hello? Is someone there?
Conscience.
We brought you some bread from the bakery.
Mwah. Yes, give me the bread. Delicious bread. I'm hungry.
I want to back up. It's gonna eat my face.
Give it to me.
No, we unlock the door.
Alright. We'll attempt to open the door with Mage Hand then and see if it's going to open.
Alright, cast Mage Hand, and you can easily slide that bolt lock across. And when the door is unlocked, it immediately is flung open, and there is a knoll with very sharp fangs. It looks up at you all, and whoops, that's the Mage Hand, by the way. Just want to show everyone the Mage Hand. It looks up at you all, and it has a crazed look on its face. It quickly takes the loaf of blood bread and just stuffs its face into it. And the knoll very much looks like a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
It's perched on all fours, blood stains its fur, and it looks up and says, More! It looks along the ground here and notices that all the blood dried up, and it just kind of goes down and starts licking the dried blood off these little channels.
Yeah, well, we'll see you later.
More! I'm hungry.
It starts moving towards you guys.
Yep,
Know where the bakery is? There's more bread in the bakery.
I'm thirsty. I want something fresh.
Well,
Well,
maybe
there's
you
a
can get blood from these
There's a
channels.
bucket down around the corner there too. Yinogle's blood. Down around the corner. Enjoy. Right over here.
Alright.
Whole bucket for you.
It starts
We're
to
just
follow
going
you.
to the bucket of healing. Is that our plan here?
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to direct him to the channel that was still flowing.
There you
Get him
go.
to start drinking.
Look, way down there. Look.
Yes. Yes. Ah. Oh, I will remember this. You have freed me at last.
And it feverishly runs over and just starts slurping up the blood.
I just want to peek in his cell, see what's over here.
You see a relatively empty room, bar from an alabaster bench set against the west wall, and the room is completely covered with claw markings. The floor, the ceiling, and the walls. Deep claw markings, but nothing else in there.
While he's drinking, does he pay any notice to the big giant puddle of Shushava?
It doesn't seem to care. Its face is just like completely inside this bowl of hemoglobin, and
Blobbing.
all of a sudden it just kind of shrieks in agony. Ah! Ah! Starts screaming, and something happens to it. These like purple lines of necrotic energy start splitting its skin apart, and it like looks like it almost kills it. It jumps back and starts spitting all over the ground. I have been cursed! Grabbing its neck.
What has happened to me?
This is why you don't drink from random basins of blood.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's gonna be really pissed off if we don't get the fuck out of Dodge.
I think we should finish him.
You wanna go fight him? Are you mad?
He's almost dead.
Yeah, mostly mad, yeah.
And,
Tell
that
him
is-
there's
He,
what if that-
blood.
he looks at you
what if
all,
I can do
and he looks at his hands, and he looks up at you all, and he says,
Why am I not healing? Oh, what have you done to me?
We've cured you of your vampirism, my friend. You're welcome.
make a deception check.
Cure me.
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
You mean that now I can look into a mirror?
Sure can.
It probably takes a little bit of time. We got to get your reflection back, after you warm up a little bit.
I don't feel it anymore. The thought of blood, it ails me. The words of the angels, they will no longer affect me. Thank you.
You're free.
Wait, what do you mean the words of the angels?
Well, as a vampire, angel words are bad.
I must leave this place. Tell me.
You could, if you wish to really thank us, you can aid us on our quest.
No, he's okay to go.
Yep. I'll give you the directions. Up around the corner, that way, and right out.
Quest? What quest? How can I aid you?
We're looking for a
How do we
fire.
get through the blood veil that's blocking the staircase down on the bottom?
The blood veil.
Yeah, or whatever. Curtain of blood, or down. Oh, actually,
They
after
do
the blood
not
cut
let
off.
me in those chambers. They are reserved for the Flynn. I am not worthy. They locked me in that room because I thirst. They said I'll drink all of the blood, but I know the blood always flows. Blood. I'm still
Okay.
thirsty.
Damn
Why
Jones.
am I still craving fresh blood?
Because the cure doesn't happen overnight, it takes time. You
No,
might have relapses like alcohol.
no, it's because I am like this. It is because I am a gnoll. Look at me. I
your
wasn't
nature to
always
gnoll?
this way.
You weren't born a knoll?
No. I underwent a ritual. I ate
Hmm.
what he ate. My flesh
Did
became his.
Did you write this journal entry? And I'll read the journal entry.
That belongs to the dwarf. He is like me now.
Interesting.
Bet his place was as clean as a fine.
All of these skeletons that are around here, are they humans or are they dwarves? Like up in this room?
This is the way of Inoku.
Hmm.
They are failed cultists. Ones
Gotcha.
who have not undergone the ritual or have failed to do so. They are
Hmm.
hooked on the walls. That is Inoku's dogma.
You wouldn't happen to know where the Sword of Zariel is, would you?
The sword, yes. It is beyond the blood veils. At the very back reaches of the temple. It is guarded by the plague bringer.
Huh.
And he points down that way.
But
Yeah.
you cannot enter the room of the Flynn while the blood flows.
Do you know how to stop the blood?
I look over. Isn't the blood stopped?
It's only stopped up to here, up to this point, and then to the north. It's still flowing west and east, and it's still flowing where Richten von Scale is. Richten von Scale did promise to teach you guys the secret of the Blood Gulch if you'd taken care of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, well, that's great information. Thank you.
I will come with you.
Sure.
Okay. We'll be a pack. That'll be great. It's a terrible idea.
I cannot drink the blood. Look what it has done to me. I am weak. It
Blood
almost killed
is
me.
friend, not food.
Bear with me a second.
Starts ripping into this corpse, tearing off strips of flesh.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Want one for later? Take it with you.
Guys.
I'm fine.
Gerald, when you step there in between those pillars, something happens. All of a sudden, Gerald acts very strangely. There's no saving throw for this. You go down on all fours, and you start cackling like a hyena. You become charmed. And the first instinct you have is to leap onto this corpse. You cackle again. You go to the corpse, and when you arrive there, you use your action to peel off strips of flesh and stuff them in your mouth. When you do that, when you eat the flesh, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
He said you need to make it.
Yeah.
Fair.
You suffer
I
madness.
mean, if it's against charmed, I get advantage, but yeah,
The
madness,
charm,
no.
the charm was irresistible. The madness, it affects you. You gain the following flaw. It overrides any current flaw you have and supersedes conflicting personality traits. The flesh of other intelligent creatures is delicious. And you must consume 2 pounds of humanoid flesh, intelligent humanoid flesh, every 24 hours, or you'll become weak and suffer exhaustion. Immediately, you must consume half a pound of flesh within the next 10 minutes.
That's very convenient. There's all these corpses everywhere.
Alright, so that charmed effect, it you can try and get out of it, Gerald. You're very aware of the effect. But before that, everyone has a chance to react or do something now as well. I mean, pretty sure Gerald doesn't usually do this. You haven't known the guy that long, but
I'm gonna.
Does he always do this shit?
I'm gonna try and run over and pull him off the corpse.
All right, you pull him off the corpse, and you haven't yet consumed enough flesh, Gerald. So you will resist for now. And Nico, you can make an athletics check, and Gerald, you make a athletics or acrobatics, whichever is higher.
Flex.
Alright, Nico tries to grab you, you just slip out of his grip and go over and you take a piece of flesh and you pull off a strip and stuff it into your mouth. And now you can make a wisdom saving throw against charm to try and end this effect. And you still just continue to use your action to tear off more pieces of flesh and eat them.
Delicious flesh.
Amen.
An old vampire says.
I'm gonna hit him with one of these things.
Right.
Why does that say all slots are expended?
There's a setting or something that you can change to not expend slots, I think, or something ish.
All right, I'll just click it down.
There's some sort of new setting, I think. Anyway, you hit him with protection from evil and good. You take out pop a vial of holy water and pour it all over him, and it kind of burns. It doesn't actually damage him, but you hear like a hissing sound. Smoke rises off Gerald, and all of a sudden, Gerald, you snap out of it. You still have the floor, but you're no longer compelled to continue to eat flesh, although you still actually want to anyway because of your floor.
That was delicious. I'll save some for later.
Okay, that's what we calls bad berries. You don't save those for later. Are you sure yours okay? You're just.
I'm great.
I normally you don't go eating like moldy corpses.
No, you don't understand, Nico. Try some, and I'll hold up a strip of flesh to Nico, sort of shoving it in towards his mouth.
Yes.
No, I'm good. I'm definitely good. Here, why don't you try some of this blood breads? I hear it's tasty.
Oh, it's good, but not as good as this flesh.
This was made with real Girl Scouts. It's Girl Scout bread.
It's Girl Scout cookies, but actual Girl Scout.
Made for real Girl Scouts. They might have been swashbucklers, not sure.
So do you consume a half a pound of flesh, Gerald?
Gerald definitely consumes half a pound of flesh.
Alright, doesn't look like anyone's making much more of an effort to stop him, so he just continues tearing off strips and consuming it until he's had his fill.
No, they're already dead.
What? Did you do that, Mr. What should we call you, Mr. Ex-vampire?
This is not my doing.
Oh,
He
okay.
has consumed the flesh. That is part of the ritual. You must eat what he eats. You must fear what he fears. You must become him.
And just so we're all sure, as we know as we're talking about, when you say him, you mean
Inoku.
Inogu? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to say. I didn't know if we could say his name or anything like.
That is not taboo. In fact, you don't just say his name. You are him.
He lives in you. He lives in me. Well, let's go see our friends up north. Yeah, you think that's maybe he'll have something to do with You're just gonna eat that arm while we're walking here? Is that your plan, Gerald?
Of course.
This
You
is
just
the
got-
first gift. It is hunger.
That's a gift?
The second gift is death. The third
Oh.
gift is fear.
Those other two don't... None of those really sound like gifts. But...
Hunger is the
Yeah.
worst fear of them all. And
Mhm.
I have experienced that.
Okay, let's go talk to our friend up here. So this east and west one is still flowing? Like down this way?
No, it's all dried up. And it starts to flow up here, and the old vampire just starts slurping.
Ah! So good! Yes!
And he's just loving it.
Does he appear to be healing when he's doing that? Or is he...
No, he seems to have the same... He doesn't seem to be exempt from that anti-life aura. He's glowing, purple as far as you can tell, and he isn't healing at all. He's not getting any temp hit points either by the looks of things.
I don't remember exactly where our friend was. He was like
It's
up
just
here.
right up here. Alright, you return to the second gulch, and when you do, from one of these circular basins of blood, a humanoid figure coalesces up. It's looking bright red, like it's completely made of blood, and then some color fills his cheeks, and he takes his form. He looks over at the Knoll vampire, and he doesn't look impressed. I am Richten von Scale. I control the blood flow in this gulch. What is that doing here? Why have you brung it here?
Me and Dark Elf guy seem
So
to
it's kind of like a cat. We fed it, so now he won't leave us alone. He's like following us around.
Who's missing there? Where's
me and Elf guy, we got lost.
You literally just had to go north.
It's
It was
just-
one
yeah,
direction.
There's north.
I went north. There was nobody there, and then I seen a circle ping down southeast of me.
You should be able to see him if you just scroll up. You probably see
Okay.
Fargle there.
Oh, there they are.
And
Yeah, so I don't know why he's here. That's not my doings and whatnots. But regardless, we did what we said we were going to do. So now we came for that mad knowledge.
Is Draknar here? Oh, he's looking deafened.
Well,
He
he's
might
still way down the bottom too.
have unplugged his headset or something. I'll presume he's tagging along. I'll move him.
And Strum is here too.
Yep, Halstrom's here too now. He's managed to unpossess Zykin. But he's still kind
We
of
put
possessed.
Zygon in our portable hole.
Yeah. Alright. You guys return, and Richten von Scale says, he doesn't seem peeved to the point where he's going to renege on any sort of deal or anything. He doesn't attack you. He just doesn't seem impressed by the presence of an old vampire. But he's got bigger concerns. Is it done? Did you slay the
Yeah.
Lycrotta?
We did.
We,
Both
we
of them.
did. You didn't really mention that there was two of them.
And a troll too.
I may
But
have
he was the-
left some information out. What?
And there was another little big kitty looking thing too. Some demon with like a big scorpion tail.
The Shusiva.
Yeah.
You're
God bless
not
you.
told to travel deeper into the citadel. That is your fault. We're
We got
traveling
lost.
so far.
Okay. We didn't know if there was a third Lycrotta that you didn't mention. So we're just looking around to cover our bases.
So you have stopped the flow of blood down there. That is not my concern. I control the flow of blood in this gulch. Thank you.
Right.
For destroying the Lycrotta. Those incessant fools annoyed the heck out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
So
As I have promised, I will teach you the secret of the Blood Gulch. None shall stop the flow of blood in this chamber while I remain alive. I control the flow of blood. I control the flow of blood in your veins. So you see, to stop the flow of blood, you must destroy me. Shall we do this again? His great sword catches on fire once more, and he goes into a battle stance. And
Oh, you're the same guy from before?
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gives you
Or
finger
you-
I mean,
guns.
I've
That's me. And
I
we'll
thought you were just clones.
take a 10-minute break. When we get back,
Mm.
it's time to fight. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Hey, what did I miss in the 5 minutes that I had to hop off?
It was firstly Gerald's eating human flesh, and then you've moved up and trying to figure out how to stop the blood flowing. Apparently, you need to kill the blood hunters to do that, and that's the way forward.
Somebody joined the game, or am I?
Yeah, Hallstrom, he's working late today, so he's usually late every second week.
Oh, okay. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? Welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
You too.
Scusi.
How's everyone doing?
Nico's chest. Gerald's back up front, but Nico's probably chest, looks like.
Yep.
Okay, you didn't need to concentrate on that protection as well. Gerald would have got out of that effect in a minute.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys are back at the second gulch, and Richten von Scale has, as promised, revealed to you the secret of how to stop the blood flow in the gulch. It's to destroy him.
Secret is inevitable betrayal.
As he says that, Noel starts spilling out from a doorway to the west and a doorway to the north. They start screeching and cackling. They're armed with spears and they wear hide armor.
Done what I wanted and waited the hour.
Quite a few of them. That's not all.
But wait, there's more.
There's some hungry ghouls that start to creep out from the south. There's quite a lot of them as well. 12 ghouls. They're coming from some sort of room that you guys have went past. So there's blood. A lot of ghouls.
Fuck.
And before we get into revisionist history, you wanted to come up here to talk to this guy and take a rest with him anyway. So we would have been in this predicament anyway.
Okay. No. Richten von Scale lights up his greatsword, Knoll starts spilling out of the nearby room, and you hear like it sounds like the bleating of goats coming from behind where the gnolls are. Wah, wah. And then a group of hungry ghouls. They rush you guys screaming from the south.
Yep.
The Gnoll vampire, he just rushes Richten von Scale.
You are the blood. I must eat you.
And starts just slicing into Richten. And that misses. And then tries to bite him. And chomps into him. Bites Richten von Scale on the hand. And starts drinking his blood.
Oh, yes.
You hear him slurping away. And Richten von Scale just kind of pushes the Gnoll back.
Good job, Noli.
At the end of the Gnoll vampire's turn, Richten is going to swing his greatsword at the Gnoll.
Is this what you do?
You go around releasing all the prisoners so I may slay them myself? Very well. And he has advantage. He's got that blood frenzy. He says,
You are hurt. I can see your blood.
and he attacks the Gnoll vampire. He hits. And a lick of flame mixes in with the slashing of the blade. And the Gnoll vampire just screams, "Ah!" and is vanquished on the spot. He doesn't turn into a mist or anything, he's just gone. Turns into just a corpse.
Into an empty piece of air.
He's just he falls onto the ground dead. There's no staking him or anything like that. Gerald.
Alright, bonus action Hex on Richten. Gonna step to the side and Eldritch Blast.
Hit.
Second bolt.
Miss.
Bolt lances out.
Crit. Alright, the 3 beams fire out. First one taps him, second one whizzes by, third one hits him straight onto the breastplate of his full plate armor and kind of buckles a little bit, takes the breath out of him.
Oh, Richten, you're always so much fun. I'll step back around here and end my turn.
He's going to take a legendary action, and he kind of like peels off all the flesh from his face briefly, and you just see this bloody skull. And he tilts his head sideways at you, Gerald, and says,
Is that so?
And when you see his bloody appearance, you need to make a wisdom save against being frightened. It doesn't scare you. Meanwhile,
I've
cackling,
just eaten some corpses.
he looks at you and he says, That's messed up. And Noel starts spilling out, cackling maniacally. One of them runs here and, like a hungry dog, looks around and chooses Haustrom as its prey. It's going to try and spear him. It misses. Another Gnoll runs forward and throws a spear at Gerald. Miss. They keep on spilling out. Another Gnoll runs up and rounds the corner, sees Raven and tries to run into melee and spear him. Miss. And they keep on coming. Another one spills out. This one runs down a set of stairs and runs in and tries to spear Haustrom. And ting! The spear just bounces off your armor. Then to the north, these gnolls start running down. And these ones are armed with longbows. One runs here and shoots at Nico. It's a crit. You've got the armor of Agathis, Nico, so the arrow just kind of chinks off some of the ice. 17 points of that ice, to be exact.
That'll drop it.
Okay. And, they keep on running in, and they just start kind of lining up on this platform now, and this one shoots at Nico. It hits for 4 piercing damage. Another one runs forward, shoots at Nico. That arrow hits for 4 piercing damage. Another knoll spills out onto the platform, and they kind of just point Nico out and focus on him. You guys know how the knolls focus fire. Shoots at Nico and misses. It's Richten's turn. He's going to point his greatsword at Gerald and just say, "You can stop the flow of blood in this chamber by defeating me. Steel yourself." And he steps in between Nico and that pillar, and he points his hand at you and casts Hex on you, Gerald. His greatsword erupts into flames as he kind of just cuts himself slightly to coat his blade in blood. And he looks you up and down and says, "Your skin is flawless. Let me change that." And he attacks with his greatsword. He misses as you step back out of the reach of the sword swing. Wah! He comes in again and he hits.
As a reaction, I'll shield that.
I cast shield, and once again, the greatsword just bounces off the shield, and he ends his turn there in a bit of a staunch defensive position. Hallstrom.
Hellstrom will, excuse me, cast a spell.
Don't forget you're in an anti-life aura, so if it's a healing one, you might want to change that.
Did we didn't get a short rest since last game.
No,
did
we didn't. Nope.
Why not, Raven? What
didn't
happened?
want to take a short rest.
Okay.
Oh, Raven said, "Yeah, let's take one," but
I'll do a Spirit Guardian.
Okay. Spectral guardians spread out in a 15-foot radius all around you and start to eat into everything around it.
what? No fireball to the south? Come on!
I don't have Fireball.
What?
Rickton
like
Von Scale's going to take a legendary action, and he's going to attack Gerald again with his greatsword. It hits. You take 12 slashing damage, 2 fire damage, and 2 necrotic damage. A total of 16 points. And now he says, "I see your blood now." As he sees those small injuries appear on you. Alright, these ghouls, they start running forward. A pack of hungry ghouls, a dozen of them. And they're all just going to move up. They're all going to take a dash action. And they're just going to start running into the Spirit Guardians. Willy-nilly. 4 of them enter the Spirit Guardians, and it was 13 points of damage, so double roll wisdom saves and see what happens. They will just kind of cram down this hallway. And click the wrong thing. Alright, they all fail. And as they enter the Spirit Guardians, 13 points of damage makes them all bloodied. Their skin starts to pop and melt off of the bone. It's quite disturbing to watch. Their hungry eyes just glare at you guys, and they will take a dash action to get there. Bargle.
They got
Actually, before your turn, Richten Von Scale is going to take a legendary action, and he's going to attack Gerald again. And he has advantage now.
He don't like you
It
much.
hits. Whoosh. Your blood is showing, he says. And you take 11 points of damage from that attack. The searing pain from the necrotic energy in the fire also caused you to drop concentration. Bargle.
Alright, attack the ghoul to the south. Not being reckless.
That hits. and you just wade through that ghoul. You slice him into pieces. Chunks of ghoul go everywhere.
Alright, one to my bottom left.
That hits. And ghoul arms, ghoul legs, bits of ghoul fly all over the room.
Making gulag.
Goulash.
I'm gonna use free swap to the glaive and take the last sack of the guy directly south of me from the kill.
That hits. You drive the glaive down into the ghoul's neck, killing it. Richten von Scale is going to use a legendary action again, and he's going to attack Gerald with his greatsword. Ting! The greatsword.
Wow, you shitting his cereal.
It bounces off his shield. Raven.
Right, do they take damage when they enter the Spirit Guardians, or only when they start to turn there?
They enter it.
Okay. Alrighty
And
then.
when they start their turn.
I'm gonna shoot Richten von Richten off with an Eldritch Blast.
Miss.
And again.
Miss.
And again. Push him 10 feet.
That hits him. You find a small gap in his armor, poof, you hit him, and he slides along the ground 10 feet. Taking 8 points of force damage. Nico.
Well, that messed things up. I can get a 30-foot radius from Maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
Might need to step over.
30-foot radius. It's like a little whirlwindy thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a big, spirally, going down a drain type thing.
Alrighty. You guys have a don't have a good like windy looking template, so I just have a fiery one.
That seems appropriate.
And it's a 30-foot radius, you said. Let me measure that out. It needs to be bigger. It's big.
Yeah, they're big.
I'll just double check. One size more. Oops. Whoops. I'll get it eventually. There we go. I think that's a 30-foot radius. Nope, that's exactly the same size I had it. Okay, that's all yours. That's the area it's going to take up.
Okay. Can I get that? So that this centery thing is the center, right?
Yeah, that target is... You want to be able to see that target.
Alright, I'll have to have one less school and one more Von Scale now.
Okay.
Thanks, thanks, Raven. Master tactics. Let me click that.
Anytime, buddy.
You need me to put the text in there too?
That's alright, I got it. So, Maelstrom, it's a big vortex of, essentially water. Swirling mass of water. And, must be on the ground. Until it ends its difficult terrain, any creature that starts its turn there will get sucked up and dragged towards the center and broken apart. Sucking everything towards the center.
I clicked this slot. It subtracted the slot, but I don't know. Slots are being weird. My save is 16.
Okay. They'll make strength saves when they start their turn.
Yep. He looks like he's still pretty, like he's ready for action. He's not, seems like he's not overreacting to anything. So I guess I'll just stay there.
Traknar.
Okay. I will move over here. And I will attack this ghoul first.
Hit. You slice the ghoul's head clean off of its shoulders.
Okay. I will attack
17 hits. You slice down into the ghoul. The blade just glances it. It looks slightly injured.
and I'll hit it again.
Hit. You thrust the longsword forward, impaling the ghoul. Even with the longsword going straight through it, it's still hissing and cackling and trying to get you. It's almost dead.
Okay. And I am done.
Gerald.
Alright. I'm going to step over here, cast Eldritch Blast on Rickton.
Hit.
Push him back 10 feet.
No necrotic damage, but the force damage
Yeah, sorry.
hits him. He slides back 10 feet.
Thank you.
Hit.
I don't know how he's going to interact with that pillar, but I'll push him 10 feet if I am able to.
Yeah, he's not that big. He just goes like around the pillar. And yeah, you hear another crack and his arm is getting dented. He's got cover now and that third beam is blocked by the cover.
Alright. That seems
It
to have
does
some supernatural.
hit him enough to knock that hex off of you though. That second beam.
Does have some sort of supernatural ability to sense blood. So I don't know how this is going to interact with the visual illusion, but I'm going to bonus action with the quicken spell meta magic cast mirror image.
Okay, you've got some 4 Geralds in that space now.
Turn.
You guys gonna do a line dance?
Do a little dance. Make a little.
Mirror image. I've got a mirror image icon. If I can actually find it. There we go. 3 images. Alright, now let me. Where's this threshold? Alright, let's start off with this null. It's gonna make a wisdom save. 4 of them are gonna make wisdom saves against the Spirit Guardians. What's your DC, Halstrom?
I think it's max, so 17.
Alright, so the only one that succeeds is this one. It takes 11 radiant damage. The other 4 gnolls, they're burned. Their skin pops open, their flesh falls off of them, and their remains get sucked into that maelstrom. Just getting like kind of sucked around. Oops, I just deleted the one that had the initiative. I'll just fix it back up. They're just kind of getting sucked around in this big gnoll suit. The one that survived, it's going to make a strength saving throw. And what was your damage there?
17, I think.
It's ripped
yeah.
apart. Its arm popped off of its torso, and its head is snapped, and it's gone. It's ripped apart. The other 4 gnolls make strength saving throws, and only one of them succeed. The ones that fail take the full 17 bludgeoning damage, and 2 of them are already at the center. This guy gets sucked 10 feet closer, and he's all badly battered and broken, and the one that stands its ground is just kind of beaten around a little bit, getting thrown from side to side. It's just like, you know, there's a whirlpool essentially just dragging them all under. The gnolls, they try to.
I don't think they take. I don't think they take half. I think they don't take 0 damage.
They
on
take
it.
0.
Me.
Okay, he's a very good swimmer. He's doggy paddling through it. And they kind of just let out a bit of a cackle, like a bestial howl, and they line up and they knock arrows into their longbows, and all 4 of them shoot at you at the same time, Nico.
Shocking. One hit.
You get clipped with 1 arrow for 4 piercing damage. And the gnolls are just looking around confusedly and in their turn there. Richten von Scale. He looks down and says, as he's getting dragged towards the center,
This is interesting. It's a liquid that's not blood. You cannot move me. I am indomitable.
and he gets a 16. He re-rolls and gets a 16. And what's your DC, Nico?
16.
Alright, he steps out of the maelstrom.
It's still difficult terrain, regardless.
It's like a Terminator. He wades through the maelstrom. And he starts making his way over towards you, Nico. He's going to pull out a... No, actually, he's going to take a dash action. And he's going to run up to here.
Your blood is showing,
He says. And he ends his turn there. Halstrom.
I will start off with a cantrip. I will cast Sacred Flame on Richten von 22.
He jumps to the side, dodges.
I'm going to move. Gonna move down to here.
Von Richten's going to take a legendary action. And he's going to...
And move?
He's going to point to Raven. And he just says,
I point back.
I control the flow of blood in your veins.
and all of a sudden you feel this weight bearing down on you, and it's intensified because you're standing on the channel of blood. Make a strength saving throw at disadvantage. He binds your blood to the ground. It pins you. Your movement speed is reduced to 0, and you're not able to take reactions. You can repeat that saving throw at the end of your turn, but it's going to be very difficult. It's as if gravity is bearing you down to the ground through your blood.
Okay.
Alright, the ghouls. 4 of them are going to start their turn as Spirit Guardians. They're all going to make wisdom saves. And only one of them is going to succeed that. The ones that fail are almost destroyed, but not quite. Actually, this one is destroyed. And they're all going to take their turns. This one rushes Raven and provokes from Draknar. It pushes through the Spirit Guardians, kind of ignoring everyone, goes straight for Raven.
That kind of fight.
And you can attack it if you like, Draknar.
Oh, definitely.
That hits. As it's running, you run the longsword across it and just disembowel the ghoul. Falls to the ground dead. Another ghoul rushes you and tries to claw at you. And it claws you, Draknar. Because you're an elf, there's a special bond between ghouls and Dorzadain and elves, so the actual paralyzing effect doesn't affect you at all. But you do take 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
Another ghoul pushes forward, and this one goes for Halstrom. Moves forward through the Spirit Guardians and tries to claw him. It misses. And now another one runs up. It enters the Spirit Guardians, and it'll make a wisdom save. It fails, and It's getting eaten alive by the spirit guardians. Even with the flesh being melted off of it, it continues pushing forward. Slowly, 1 foot at a time, it reaches Halstrom and attempts to take a bite out of him. But it misses. Another one pushes forward. It enters the spirit guardians. And it fails. It'll take the 48 radiant damage. And the other two are just going to dodge up here. And you can roll us that damage there, Halstrom, and then once that's dealt with, yeah, well, there's nothing. It just gets melted away. The spirit guardian completely schmelts it. That's it for the ghouls. Bargle.
Alright. I'm gonna keep wielding the glaive, go after the ghoul just south of Halstrom.
That misses.
Oof.
Halstrom and the ghoul don't provide you a very big window of opportunity there to attack. It gets cover. That hits. You find an opening and just scrape the glaive against the ghoul's neck and into its chest. Drive the ghoul to the ground dead.
Alright, step 1 south, going over Draknar to the ghoul south of him. Bonus action.
Okay, you're at disadvantage for squeezing, and it's a miss.
I am? But who's was in that? I was on the stairs.
Do you see Halstrom in that space?
I
No,
see
you
him
said left of me.
over here.
Oh, he's in that space. Wait, you're in that space, right, Halstrom?
That's what I see.
I see him over here.
Really?
I see him myself.
Yeah,
over
I see him.
You're
I see
like
him on
the
the left.
Phantom. You're like the Phantom Menace.
How about
Yeah,
now?
I see it, yeah.
Does it change?
There
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
I didn't even. Oh, there was a ghoul on top of where he was standing. I didn't realize that.
Alright, there's no ghoul there. The ghoul's over here, to your left. Well, to the left. On the
Yeah,
map.
and that's where he was standing, where
That's a
Halstrom
miss.
was.
Yeah, you miss. 11 misses.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't even know there was a ghoul there. All I saw was Halstrom where the ghoul is, and another ghoul south of him. That's what
They
was
did
throwing
the
me
old
off.
swoopsy do. But yeah, there's a ghoul there. Supposed to be a ghoul there. and
Hate it when that
Halstrom's here.
happens.
Okay.
Either
That was
way,
weird.
11 misses. Alright, Raven, you're up.
Right, Van Michterhoffen. Take this.
That hits.
And I pull him 10 feet towards me.
Alright,
Oh, look,
you,
he's in the water.
pull him closer. The thorn whip wraps around his arm, drags him in to the maelstrom. He's going to make a wisdom save. He gets slightly schmelted from the spirit guardians. He gets a 23. He is resistant to magic, so it doesn't bother him too much. And he smiles and says, I am beginning to learn how you fight. It will be interesting when I encounter you all next.
Yeah. Think so. That's yeah. Okay, I'm going to do the cold variety of this thing.
Okay. You do a cool
If we
shield.
defeat you, will we stop being purple?
And then I'll just take a step over here so I'm closer to Spirit Guardians.
Okay. There's a little thingy for it too. But cool version, so it should be blue. Blue means cool. Draknar.
All right. I will attack this one right here in front of me.
Crit. You drive the longsword into the ghoul's gut and then rip it all the way up, splitting through its neck and just peeling it open. Dead.
Awesome. And I will this one right here.
That hits. You hack into the ghoul, embed the longsword a good 4 inches into its neck. It screams out in agony, black blood drips down its body, and it's almost dead.
Okay, I will attack it with my third attack.
That hits. And you drive the longsword down straight through the ghoul's chest, dead. You look over and see two more ghouls kind of cautiously on the edge of the spirit guardians.
Alright, I'll taunt them, and then my turn.
They look like they might come running in on their turn. Gerald.
Alright. I'm going to step to the side and risk the attack.
He'll take an attack of opportunity. Roll a 1d20. And while you're at it, Raven, you need to make another strength save, by the way, for your Curse of Blinding.
Okay.
Alright, it'll slice through the illusion.
It hits the illusion, and that's 1 down, 2 to go.
And I will Eldritch Blast Richten.
16 misses him.
Bolt flies out.
That hits.
Just push back 10 feet.
Alright, the beam slides him along the ground deeper into the maelstrom.
Final beam lances out. And he's pushed another 10 feet.
Alright, he's looking a little bit beaten and bruised, but this guy is tough, as you guys know, and he's not even bloodied yet.
And I will end my turn.
He's kind of like surfing over that maelstrom as he slides back. Alright, the gnolls are just, gnolls in a blender.
Tequila! What's it, 66?
Only one of the gnolls survived that, and it's this one. It's almost dead. It's just completely, all of its bones are broken just about, and it struggles to knock another arrow in the longbow, and it fires at Nico. And it misses. And it doesn't even try to get out of the maelstrom or anything. Richten von Scale. He just does another Terminator walk through the maelstrom. And he looks at you up and down, Nico, and says, Do you smell it? Do you see it? Your blood is showing. And he's going to attack you, Nico, with his greatsword.
I've regrown my spleen before. Just...
He misses with that attack.
Did he? Control advantage.
I control the spleens. Oh yeah, he has advantage. So he hits you for 10 damage, and it like burns him.
For, was it 2d6 or 2d8?
2d8 cold damage. When he hits you, like the frost works its way up his blade and kind of clenches his fist around his greatsword again. He feels the searing pain and just says, None can stop the flow of blood in this gulch. And he attacks you again. And he hits. You take 10 points of damage, and he gets frosted up for 5. And he's gonna stand there.
Did it roll the advantage for the Warcaster? Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't. You need to roll again. And I can change that so it gives you advantage. You succeed.
Where's that in the settings?
It's the setting I need to change. But I'll do it now. Alright, Richten ends his turn there. And Halstrom is up.
I'm gonna cast a spell at 5th level. I'm gonna cast... So I'm gonna cast that on Bargol, Raven, Draknar. So that should be what, 5? I think 20 temp hit points.
Sorry, I missed the spell. I was in the end menu.
That's
not
aid.
temporary hit points. That's
maximum
hit
points,
and
I mean.
current hit points. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna give them each 20.
Okay. So it increases their maximum hit points, but it doesn't give them any normal hit point. They're not able to gain hit points in any way.
Oh, that's a bitch.
But it does work for maximum hit points. So it was Bargol,
Raven, Draknar.
Raven, and Draknar. Okay. Alright, so each of you have a plus 20 bonus onto your max hit points. You can.
Okay.
I'll move up here so I can see what's going on in the other room.
Alright, it lasts for 8 hours as well. It's going to go for your entire adventuring day. Did you adjust yours yet, Bargle?
Yeah, I added the 20.
So your usual is 115?
Yes, I put it as a plus. I put it as my 115 plus 20.
Okay, I'm going to adjust your max hit points so we have a record of it. Just in case it gets dispelled or something. And just so that
that's why I just do that's why I actually just put it. I leave it as a plus sign 20, so I know that was added.
Okay. You can,
That, and he loves to crash the API with that.
Yeah, otherwise it messes up the API. Alright, as well. Okay, these two ghouls that remain down here, they wait for a break, and they just hiss, and they run into the Spirit Guardians. They rush Draknar. First one makes a wisdom save. And they're just saying,
"We're so hungry, feed us! Your flesh will do."
It gets kind of schmelted, but it reaches Draknar and tries to bite him. And it chomps on... No, it misses him. You hold up your newly equipped shield and block the incoming attack. The other ghoul rushes you. It enters the Spirit Guardians, which slows it down, but it wades through the Spectral Guardians. And it'll take 48 radiant damage, or half of 48 radiant damage. It's managed to survive. Tries to claw you, Draknar. Now it's gonna try and bite you. They'd rather bite an elf. That messes. At the end of the ghoul's turn, Richten von Scale is going to attack Nico with his greatsword. He strikes you for 15 points of damage. Searing cold energy burns his arm slightly. But he's still not yet bloodied. Bargle.
Alright, just to confirm, there are two ghouls that are side by side in front of Draknar, right?
Yes.
Gotta go get the big guy.
I'll reach over Draknar with the glaive still.
Crit. I just push the glaive through the ghoul's face and splits its skull open. Dead.
And at the other one.
That hits. You slash downwards and slice across its neck and its chest, and the ghoul is ripped apart. It is dead.
Alright, 20, 25, and then bonus action, last attack with a kill after Vaughn.
That hits him. Alright, you slash him 20 points of damage, and it causes him to stagger back a little bit, and blood drips down his neck. He's going to take a legendary action. He rubs the blood off his neck and looks at it, and looks up at you, Barkle, and says, "You'll come no closer, barbarian." And actually, he'll say that, but he'll be talking to Gerald. You've been quite a barbarian, Gerald, and it makes more sense for him to use it on you. He's going to peel all the skin off his face again, and he looks kind of scary with his bloody skull. Make a wisdom saving throw against being frightened again. Peekaboo. Alright, this time it shoots fear down your spine, and you're going to be frightened for 1 round.
Let's see who he really is, gang. Yikes, that was really him.
Alright, Raven, you've still got this incredible weight bearing down on you from your blood being bound to this channel.
Yeah, shoot him. Push him back. Nope.
Miss.
Shoot him, push him back.
That hits.
Quick hit. There we go.
Alright, you hit him for
Yeah.
7 force damage, and you can slide him along that wall like that.
Alright.
That's why you don't put in rounded walls.
Damn it!
Shoot him again.
That misses.
Okay. Holy.
I told you
like-
fools not to make rounded walls, he calls to the knoll. Nico.
Okay. Pardon me. Excuse me. 15. Okay. And then I'm gonna hit him with one of those.
Correct.
Nice.
He opens up his mouth and says, "I control the..." And then the shard of ice just fills his mouth and icicles burst out of his cheeks. Ah! He lets out a loud roar and his leg freezes up for some reason as well. And
25.
he's looking kind of messed up now.
Okay, I'll be over here. You need me.
He's got a bit of a... He took an ice shard to the knee as well. Alright, Draknar.
Shard his pants.
Draknar is just kind of like has no idea what the hell's going on inside that green aura.
It's basically what it is. It's a big whirlpool.
So have you ever flushed a toilet?
Yeah.
Mostly what it looks like.
Oh, I've never flushed a toilet. In my
We
life.
don't have toilets in our country.
I don't have them.
We use igloos.
But he ain't running the fuck into that, so he's done.
There's empty spaces there. that you
There's an
could
empty
occupy.
space here, one there.
Yeah, he's good.
Alright, so dodge action.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tractor no fool.
Gerald.
Oh, Rickton, you look hideous. And then I'll do my best Eldritch Blast while still recoiling from whatever it is his face looks like.
Miss. Hit. You hear a loud crack. You can barely even look at him. So scary. That's a miss.
And I'll step back this way and then end my turn.
Alright, the single knoll that remains. You know, there's just a big churning vortex of bone and knoll flesh and blood. It's kind of almost like pink colored now. It just gets ripped apart. It goes to knock another arrow and its arm just is ripped off of its shoulder. Its legs are ripped out from underneath it and it's just twisted around, sucked through the ground, dispersed evenly along the floor in a fine paste.
Which is mopped up by the water.
Rickton von Scale grabs his leg and he says, he moves forward 5 feet. He moves forward 10 feet. And he moves forward again. And he says, what's the matter? Having trouble living here? Do not worry, I'll fix that. You should never have come here. I have been created for the purpose of controlling the flow of blood in this gulch, and I shall uphold my reasoning. And he's going to attack Vargal with his greatsword. He hits.
Bye, Bargle.
And
Nice knowing you.
you fall to the ground unconscious, Vargal, taking 19 points of damage.
I said no, I'd use relentless endurance, since I'm so remarkable to stay on my feet at one.
Alright, even with him slicing you straight across the face, you allow the fire to kind of cauterize that wound a bit and shrug off the injuries. And he says, you are a tough one, aren't you? Just stay down. And he attacks you again. And he hits. And this time, you're going down.
See, you should have just went down and kept your 1 point. And
It's very bad because
Nah, you have to use it when you go down.
you're
You
not
can't use it
able
after.
to regain hit points.
no, you could use it and then fall down himself.
Richten von Scale's going to then pull out a heavy crossbow and end his turn there. You're no longer frightened as well, Gerald. Halstrom.
Move to there. So that should bring him into the Spirit Guardian, I think.
Yeah, he's within 15 feet of you now.
Okay. I'll start off with Sacred Flame.
He's going to say, your holy fire cannot work here. I am indomitable! Yes, I actually am this time. And he managed to dodge it by re-rolling his saving throw.
That's all I got.
At the end of your turn, he's going to shoot you with the heavy crossbow, Halstrom. Ah! Miss. Bargle, make a death saving throw. Success. You're going to need to stabilize. Unless someone is going to take you to that hemoglobin again. Or you can figure out some other way to gain temporary hit points. Or even then, temporary hit points wouldn't work. Only that hemoglobin stuff. Raven. Actually, he's at the end of Bargle's turn. Von Richten's going to shoot at Halstrom again. He's just firing like a maniac and he misses. Raven.
Alright. I am going to Eldritch Blast him. But not push him back, because he's right where we want him.
Hit. Good hit. 14 damage. Miss. Hit. Another beam hits him in the shoulder. He's pretty bloodied. And you're still bound. 9 ain't gonna get you out of that, Raven. He's going to shoot a crossbow bolt at you, Raven.
Not me. I didn't do it. He did it.
He hits. The bolt hits you for 11 piercing damage. Nico.
Pull it out and lick it and say, blood.
I'll drop concentration.
Okay. You just see all of these null body parts just spread out slowly all over the ground. Places trashed with blood and bones and fur. You spare the dying, and you're now stable, Bargle. Unless you become a construct at some point.
Oh, it didn't click. Sorry, my bad.
So you had something else big up your sleeve then, Nico.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
Yeah, no. Sorry. It just didn't click.
Alright, Draknar will move. Go here. And he will attack him.
You rush Richten into melee. That hits. You slice along his arm through a gap in his full plate. Hit. You slice him again, another hefty blow. He staggers backwards, he's covered in blood. And another hit. You slash him again. He does a half turn, blood flicks all over the wall. He attempts to parry counter you, but you're too quick with the longsword and he's looking about almost done.
Okay. And I'll end my turn.
Gerald.
Gerald will step forward and Eldritch Blast.
Crit. The beam hits him in the chest.
Second blast comes out.
Hit. It taps him on the shoulder. He's still standing. That
And the
hits.
third.
When that third beam hits him, he pops like a water balloon. Spraying blood all over the walls, all over Bargle, all over Draknar. Nothing remains of him. Not his armor, not his sword. And very quickly all that blood just dries up, leaving bloodstains all over the ground, and you watch as all of these channels of flowing blood instantly recede and dry up. The only blood that remains now in this room is in this shell-shaped basin up on the riser.
I will stand over Bargles prone and marinated in blood form, salivating.
He's looking...
There's like a whole bunch of gnolls right up here. They're like a pile of them.
I think you might need to reread that floor again, Gerald. It says the blood of intelligent creatures.
Yeah. That is a problem.
So is the anti-living aura still up?
Oh yeah. Killing him
I want-
had no effect on the anti-life aura at all.
So
wanna,
when
like-
exactly are you guys going to betray me? When's that going to happen, huh?
No, that's not how it works. Other people these betrays us. That's how it goes. See how that guys that was here? Although, to be 100% honest, did not see the Gnoll vampire fighting for our side.
Yeah, we kind of talked him into that.
Totally had him pegged wrong for that once. I admit. I want to look around. Can I like poke around in here? I'll like summon. Oh, I don't have Shillelagh.
What do you mean poke around? Like,
Just to see if there's anything like in the blood that might be causing this or you said that it was normally caused.
check. You scour it, you put your arm in there or get a weapon and start to feel around in there.
Yeah. See if there's a plug. Investigation said?
Yeah. Straight away you can tell there's no plug. You're up to your shoulder in this blood. It's quite a decent sized basin. You feel around and there's something scraping around on the bottom of the basin, in fact. You pull it out and it's a key that looks to be made of bone and it is stained red with blood. It kind of looks like someone's finger bone.
Is there a keyhole around here?
Not what I was expecting, but I'll take it.
It's a bone key.
Is there like a evil artifact up here somewhere, folks?
You can you can see that all of the blood in the channels have stopped flowing, but blood still fills this basin. You move up into this room. This was the North Watch post where the gnolls had spilled out from it. It's actually surprisingly clean. It smells like an animal, but there is an alabaster slab, kind of like an altar or some description, just in the middle of the room. There is a fountain of rancid-looking blood against the west wall, and
I'm going to have a sit on the steps for an hour.
okay. Raven begins resting. You turn the corner, Nico, and you see 4 slaughtered goats. They've been eaten. Blood is everywhere.
Oh wow! Look at here, Gerald. Look at these super smart goats. No,
Pressure by Bargle.
try.
How long does your fire shield last for, Nico?
How does my what?
Fire shield. Is it
10 minutes.
Okay, it's still up. You can have fun moving that thing around with you if you like. A little thingy. It does glow. It lets off a bit of light too.
I didn't even know I had a thing on me.
And it's like those little circle glowy thingies.
It's under me. That's why I can't see it there.
Alright, so your mirror image expires now, Gerald. While they're searching there, Draknar and Gerald and Raven, you've got an unconscious Bargle just laying on the ground here.
I'll search in this basin over here. See what's up with this one.
You feel around in there, Nico, and the blood here is rancid. It smells absolutely horrible. It doesn't flow, and it's almost kind of blackish in color, and it's putrid. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw. It's full of disease.
Okay.
You're okay. You just wash your hands and you're fine. Spray some
chilling.
sanitizer. You're alright. Yeah. You don't fall victim to any possible diseases in there. Alright, from this room, you can hear the bleating of goats. The first thing you notice is a slaughtered goat, just clearly flayed out on this altar. There's blood spilt all over the ground. Dead goat.
Was it like killed to be eaten or done like ritually?
Make a medicine check. Surprisingly, you feel like the goat has been dead for about a month. It's exsanguinated, but it's not like really kind of like rotten with maggots or anything. It looks like something has been licking the corpse clean to prevent maggots from devouring the corpse wholly. And it's still utterly disgusting and badly deteriorated, desiccated.
Where do you think one gets goats in hell?
Oh,
right there, apparently.
There's some goats running around here in an enclosed pen. There's goat droppings all over the ground, and they're jumping sideways and bearing.
Does the pen have a lock on it?
It's just a small latch that you can undo. There's no lock.
I'll leave them in there. It seems good. Are any of you people used to be people's goats? If you turn into a goat? Bleat once, if you know what I'm saying.
Do you have some sort of ability to comprehend animals, Nico? Sound like a druid?
I actually might. I don't know. I don't know if all druids get that.
Or as a fire druid, you just burn the goat, cook it, and eat it?
Mostly, I think that I don't know if it's an all druid thing. I know some druids get it. Let me look real super fast.
Right.
We can go have someone else do a thing.
No anti-life aura emanating devices in here.
I was really hoping there would be.
Alright, it looks like everyone else is wanting to take a short rest, so everyone take a short rest. It's an hour later. Unfortunately, Baldur is still unconscious. He's not able to regain hit points, so he can't even get the 1 hit point from waking up naturally.
Why not? Oh, I thought it was just magical healing. Couldn't happen.
It seems to be complete anti-life. It doesn't want things living. I take a short rest. No one comes down these halls as you guys are resting. You just hear the bleeding of these goats, and that's about it.
No, I can locate animals or plants, but not.
Yeah, you can locate them. There's 4 of them right there.
How many hit points do you gain from a short rest?
Is this particular one? None.
Yeah, from this short rest, none. There's an anti-life aura, but usually you roll hit dice, and then you get your hit dice plus your con mod. You get a D10 plus con for every one that you roll, but there is some sort of negative energy aura that's overcome.
But the knolls don't seem to be. They weren't glowing purple.
You can't tell because
everything's
filtered purple for you guys.
Okay, but the what's it called? Definitely healed, so he wasn't affected.
Which one, the Shusava?
Yeah, Shusava.
Well, that seemed to be temporary hit points.
We could take Bargle to the shrine to the south, try to feed him some blood, fatten up those juicy chicken legs of his.
Alright, Gerald. You're creeping me out. Have DM inspiration. Or roleplay on your floor. I do expect you to season and eat Raven by the end of the session.
Alright, so let's get Scotty to beam us down there.
So, between all of us together, can we muster the five of us? Can we muster more than a 25 strength or something?
To drag him down,
or did we all dump strength?
There's also blood here as well. if you're looking for blood.
Alright,
yeah.
let's feed him some of this.
Does this look like that same hemoglobin blood?
It's not the same. It's not rotten either. It's not like the one that was in the Knowles room. There's some fresh stuff.
I don't want anything to happen to Bargle, so...
Was there any of the blood in the other one still there after the vampire drank?
This is definitely not hemoglobin. Oh yeah, that hemoglobin basin, it does not seem to get depleted. It's just always fully replenished.
But remember, like, I think that when the vampires, when he drinks too much, he got not feeling so good. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, he was drinking for a good 18 seconds.
Almost, yeah. I mean,
that's a few cups.
Definitely not 24. Like, definitely 18 seconds on that. So, I mean, if you want, I'm not going to tell you not to drink blood, but it is blood. So,
I think we should go get some of the good stuff.
There's power in the blood.
So how does one's make someone drinks when they're unconscious? Well, you just shove his head in there and just hope for the best? Because like when you tried to scoops it out, it like got all black and nastified. I mean, I'm willing to try.
You feel like you can feasibly feed
has
him the
the
blood.
autonomic.
Yeah, just like put just half his cheek in. Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to science this. This seems like it'd be a fun project.
Okay, so you're taking Bargle down there.
Yeah.
All right, let me take you guys down there.
Nope.
Weekend at Bargle's.
Weekend at Bargle. Good weekend at Bargle style. Alright, you're back here in the hemoglobin altar room, the temple room. Big pile of iron ore still there, kind of still oozing about, and you've got this big basin that's topped up full of bright red hemoglobin.
So while they're gargling with bargling, is all of the blood on the top side of the map off there now? It just
pretty much the only place the blood is flowing now is here, and then the other one that leads towards where that blood curtain is.
Okay.
You've stopped all the blood flow so far, basically.
All right, and I suspect that we're going to run into our newly acquired nemesis guarding one of those ones, because I've heard through the grapevines that he controls the flow of blood in this culture.
So what are you guys going to do? Like a beer bong or something for Bargle? Get some tubes or something?
Yeah, keg stand. We're just going to grab his legs and dunk him a few times.
Alright, however you do it, you're able to administer him the blood. Even if you scoop it up in your hand, someone opens his mouth and you pour it down his throat. And Bargle, you gain 20 temporary hit points. Now, unlike regular temporary hit points, it cannot get you up from being unconscious. This can. And you open your eyes on 20 temporary hit points. And that's not all you gain. Make a wisdom saving throw. Your mind is shot through with images of you running through a field like a stray animal, tackling people and ripping them apart, consuming their flesh. This like voice in your mind kind of cackles. It resonates with what that vampire said to you, and you just you hear it again.
The first gift is hunger. The second gift is death. The third gift is fear.
And you wake up changed. You're going to gain a flaw. You suffer a level of madness. And
my name is Dracula.
You gain the following flaw. I hunger for the deaths of others, and I am constantly starting fights in hoping of seeing bloodshed.
Ooh.
And
I thought it was supposed to be a character change.
His evilness is slipping.
You know how it works. It overrides any conflicting personality traits. until you're cured or you embrace it. So you're up on 20 hit points, Bargle. 20 temporary hit points. You can put it onto your current. So how do you feel, Bargle? What do you do when you wake up?
Is there a fight close by?
You look at Raven. You feel like you could fight Raven. You reckon you could fight him? You reckon you could take him?
You wish.
Do it, Bargle. He looks so tasty.
Have you ever had a cooked raven? Wait, why am I getting involved in this? I'll be over here. Are we resting now? Is that what we's doing now that
We already rested.
Yeah, you've already taken a short rest. This is an hour later.
yeah.
You've been
I
here
don't
for about
remember
2
being
hours
resting.
in this citadel. You're doing goat
Okay.
stuff.
I'm on it? I was
You
doing
rest-
good stuff.
Yeah. Goat stuff is not strenuous enough to interrupt your rest.
Oh, I don't know if you know what I. Never mind.
That's bad.
Okay, so's
You still haven't solved the issue of.
we didn't go all the ways down the halls
Yeah,
to the west.
There's areas that you haven't.
Yeah,
searched
we didn't
them.
go all the way down to the west, and we
Back
didn't
as
go
well.
all the way over to the west, up here either.
Back where Richten von Scale is, there were many doors that you guys had not searched. Many rooms and hallways.
Do we want us to go back up there? So we do this like organized and like, or we just
I mean, we're here now. We can go down and back.
okay. I'm easily swayed. So let's go this way. I did find this fancy key. Has anybody seen like a fancy keyhole to go with it?
Nope.
Okay.
Now you
Every
make your
time
way through the art galleries, where you can see the depictions of Yinogu,
Okay.
and
Oh.
continue
Vigor.
following the flow of blood. The blood flows thick through this chamber, and when you
So
get
it's
here,
way
you
over.
just like get this strange feeling. You know that feeling when you're being watched. You can tell someone's looking at you. That's what
Yeah.
you're experiencing.
It's
I'm not. I'm just telling you that this hallway goes way the hell down.
What's in
Yeah,
here?
it does.
I don't know.
That was the painting.
That's
It's
a-
got a mustache and a goatee.
To the painting?
Yeah, it's there's an art gallery here, and this is depicting Yinogu 4.
I feel like I'm being watched. Anybody else got that feelings?
But that's okay. Now taking center stage.
Hello? Is there anybody over there?
Ooh, that's a big room.
You hear
Whoa,
a
that's
whisper
Chicken wing.
in your ear, Haustrom. Haustrom.
What?
Then you hear a chuckle, like a female's voice.
Whoa. There's some serious.
Bones up there. There's a dragon, dead dragon up there. Let's go see it.
As
Looks
you
pretty cool.
look forward into this room, there are pillars supporting the ceiling. There is a fountain. There's inscriptions. There's empty bowls. And further beyond that, the thing that takes your attention away is this massive dragon. A corpse of a dragon with tattered wing flaps, skeletal in appearance, and mold growing all over it. It looks like it's been chained down. It's bolted by its neck. Blood is spilt out from the bones, and it's very large.
Is the blood still spilling out?
Blood is flowing here everywhere. It's filling to this bowl. It's flowing up. It's heading north.
Is it flowing out of the dragon corpse thingy? Like it was a
Oh,
statue?
It's
Or
pretty hard to tell, but it doesn't look like it. You'd have to be kind of closer.
Alright.
Alright, when you get up a bit further, Gerald, you take a look down the hallway to the west, and you see a female just kind of standing here. She's dressed in black leather clothing, and she has horns jutting out the top of her head. She has red hair, and she has a set of fiendish wings coming out of her back. She smiles at you, and she takes a step around the corner.
Are these doors like here and on the other side?
Yep. There's doors to the west and doors to the right.
Yeah.
I think we have company.
Oh yeah. I wasn't expecting no ones.
I'll tell you what I'm worried about. I'm worried about somebody raising that dragon.
Raising them how? Like on a winch?
Raising him as an undead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
What? I mean, are you prepared to fight a Dracolich or something of that kind?
Yes, always.
Okay. I can promise you if you drink its blood, though, you'll probably feel like $1 million.
why would I want to be a million deer?
Be as strong as $1 million deer.
Let's see. Where did you see this person, Gerald? Was she's like...
She's just down the hallway here. You can go talk to her.
So we think we should be just randomly chasing somebody's whatnots? You don't think that we're going to be walking right to their traps?
I mean, she laughed at me. She seemed friendly.
I mean, oh, whoa, I see her over there. Is she theirs?
She is. She smiles at you.
Wait, how'd you go from over theirs to over theirs? Ladies, miss?
She kind of gestures you forward with her finger and chuckles. Come here.
Why don't you come here and we can chat. That way we're not like, no? Nothing?
You're an interesting
just
bunch.
shy.
She appears in the middle of the room over here now, a moment later. What are you all doing here? She says.
We're looking to turn off the bloods so we can go downstairs.
You're not ready for that. Look at you. You're glowing. You're going to die.
Okay, we'd like to turn off the we're gonna die so we can feel
You're going
better.
the wrong way for that.
Oh. Which way should we go back? Up by the other way?
I could tell you exactly how to shut off the anti-life aura, but that would be too easy and not as amusing. By the way, my name's Malice. I've been observing you for some time. See that you're after the sword of Zario. Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for sparing my son, by the way. I've been needing to use him. He's not ready to die yet. The things I had to do to produce him, you don't want to know. He's part succubus and part gnoll. That's all you need to know. But he was created only for a purpose.
Nocubus.
Why am I helping you?
Where did we save him? I don't remember.
Oh, the Cambion in the office?
Oh, yeah. Gotchas. Yeah. Cool.
You're not even at least a bit concerned as to why I want to help you in any way?
No, not really. Takes all kinds.
I mean,
we're trying.
But I could be tricking you. I could be getting you to do my bidding for me. That's what an intelligent creature would do. I would get you to do all the fighting for me, so I don't have to lift a finger.
Well, we're kind of bored, and we'd like to get rid of this curse. So if you can help us get rid of it, we may be happy to help you take care of a thing or two down here.
As I said, I could simply tell you exactly how to shut it off, but that wouldn't be anywhere near as entertaining for me. I'd rather watch you, observe you some more, and learn more of your intentions, but I can tell you, if you're looking to shut off the anti-life aura, you're going the wrong way.
Well, our intentions are to find the sword of Zariel.
Oh yes, I know. I've been watching you all. I've been observing. I know why
Oh,
you're
there you
here,
go.
and I know that you are against,
So, can we do we want to like? Do you want to make it interesting by giving us like some sort of riddle or just a hint that we then have to chase around like gooses and
Oh yes,
things
I'll
like
give
that?
you a hint.
Oh, okay. I love hints.
It's no further than the second gulch, in fact. You walked right on by it. You really should be a
Okay.
bit more thorough when you search.
Is it insides the aura or outsides the aura?
All you need to know is it's no further than the second gulch.
Okay.
Well,
And does the aura go the entire downstairs too?
you've been afflicted by it. It is
Goes
going
wherever
to be.
we go.
It was activated by your living flesh.
It's a shame I have
Now,
living flesh.
But don't worry. You may need to heal up, but if you're smart, you won't need to. An intelligent creature gets their other creatures to do their bidding for them. That's if you're
Right.
intelligent, of course. Like me.
Yeah.
I can tell you're intelligent. You do look very tasty.
I've already created one Cambion. I'm not interested in creating more. Thank you.
Does anybody here want tuna all of a sudden?
You've been afflicted by the madness of Yinogu. I very much want to destroy you, to be honest, but you're still needed. I actually despise Yinogu, to tell you the truth.
You know what? Me too. I need to find an intelligent creature to destroy Inogus for me.
Oh,
So I don't.
you don't
yeah.
need
Are
to
you
worry about
intelligent?
that. If you're coming here to destroy Yinogu, then you're way off. Anyway, I'll be watching you all from afar. And she vanishes.
She doesn't.
Oh crap! Right before she vanished, Vargo's gonna whip out the Hellfire Glaive and take a swing at her.
Well, I'm sure she still hears. I mean, don't they just like go ethereal? So she's like right here. But I think we should go back and find the anti-life aura because this is a little bit of ouchies. Especially if we're going to have to fight a Dracolich. What do you guys think?
Yes.
We
go.
need to get rid
Yeah.
of Mark, no matter what.
Okay. Can we fast walk to the second gulch?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I am Silky.
You hear Malice's disembodied voice occasionally. This way, up until you get to the second gulch.
Thank you.
She's kind of guiding you guys a little bit. You can tell that she's traveling with you, but you never see her.
It's such a good
She
feeling.
doesn't offer you any more guidance as soon as you get to the second gulch. You no longer hear her voice.
Yep, this is a dartboard area.
I mean,
Nothing here.
oh wow, I didn't even know that this was this big.
Alright, you take a look at this room. This is where like the Knoll Hunters were spilling out.
Let's look for a piece of the axe in here.
It's an armory for archers. It contains a different variety of training weapons. Some look like a mock-up of angels, including stitched flesh and real angel wings. And there are a couple of angel wings just on the dummy, and you feel like you could probably swap these at Mahadi's. They're real angel wings. There's also 10 quivers of arrows, so about 200 in total, and a couple of poorly made longbows. And then it's just some archery targets.
Okay. Does anything feel like really evil in here, guys?
I don't even know where you guys are. I'm like somewhere else on this map.
Over here.
You're over there. You just went. You zigged when we zagged.
Oh, my bad.
You're right over here. Hello.
I
Okay,
see
you
you.
just run. Okay.
As you come here, you notice a couple of doors. One to your left and one to your right, Nico.
Hey, we never opened these doors over here, guys. Guys, have the evils taken them?
Yeah, we're all down here.
Whew.
No,
Okay.
Not interested in the angel wings or arrows or anything.
Oh yes, Gerald will pick up the angel wings if.
Alright, they've been crudely fastened to the dummies, and you'll need a sleight of hand check to try and remove the angel wings without damaging them. And these can be swapped to Mahadi at his Emporium. Mahadi will tell you. He buys these things. You
I will.
basically destroy them, Gerald. You just like rip off a bunch of feathers.
And then he eats them. I open the door to the west.
Alright, you open up this door, and there's a large empty room. Except for a black icosahedron sitting, made of some sort of black stone, sitting in the middle of the room. A 20-sided die.
Feel like that might be evil. You guys got one of those mage hand things to like roll it over? Here, I'll move.
20-sided dice?
I've never seen such a thing, but I hear they have great power.
Yeah, I'll pick up the
When
strange.
you try to enter the room, Raven, or try to pick it up, you'll bounce back off an invisible wall.
Okay.
You try to reach in, you hit a wall. You try to walk in, you bounce off a wall. You try to cast the mage hand, it's blocked.
Can anybody dispel this wall?
I try to take out the key and touch it to the wall.
It doesn't bring down the wall.
All right, before we do anything here, let's just open the door behind us in case there's something over there. Like a...
Seems very ill-advised, but could maybe try misty stepping in the room.
well, we could, but like, let's open the door behind us in case there's like a swarm of
Yeah,
skelly dogs that are there to try and eat our face.
You pull the door open to the right, Nico, and this room contains a small alabaster dais, atop which is a grisly effigy, a totem. It's a severed gnoll head with its fanged mouth agape. There is an inscription written in blood on the base of the dais. It's written in Abyssal.
Speak Abyssal.
It says,
Yes, I do.
"Give your blood. It may save someone's life."
Is there a red cross on it too?
No, it's a severed gnoll's head with its mouth agape.
Oh.
It could be a red cross
Blood
if you draw
continue
one on.
to get.
Are you heading off down here, Draknar?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Is this a door here?
It is, and the door is bolted shut from the outside.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
When you knock on the door, you hear a demonic voice call out from behind you in Abyssal.
We're not
And
raggy.
coming from within the door, you can hear hyenas. Clearly hear like cackling hyenas from within the door.
I think we want to open this door.
Mm,
Oh,
Does
the
anybody
right.
here speak deaf or whatever the hell he just spoke?
I mean, yeah. I just can speak so little.
Well, try knocking on the
So
door.
this gnoll totem effigy thing doesn't get anyone's attention.
It does, but I don't want to give it my bloods. I want to give it someone else's bloods. All right, I'll give it my bloods. Anybody's got any bloods that they want to give it? We could go get a goat. No?
Hey, look, there's
Alright.
two blood thingies in this room.
All right, I'll put some blood on it.
Try not to split the party too much. Focus on one room at a time. Otherwise, I have to slingshot between the two different groups.
Put some blood on it.
Alright, Nico, what are you doing? You're cutting your hand.
Yeah.
Alright, you take 1 point of slashing damage. And you
Ow.
put blood on into the gnoll's mouth.
Move your hands out of the way before it might shoot disintegrations out of the
Immediately the purple glow vanishes from everyone. and you need to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
The gnoll's head snaps shut on your hand the second that you give it blood.
Woohoo!
Nervous. Meh.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. Hope you didn't need that hand for something.
Meh. You only need one free hand for casting.
The anti-life aura was right there this whole time. You guys walked past it. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
What?
All right, guys.
It's gone down.
We just gotta break his hand enough, make it jello-like, and we can pull it through.
Yeah, I grow body parts back all the time. It's not a big deal. So
It's not like it's a spleen or anything.
yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
All right,
Figure
guys.
out.
Next.
Yeah,
See you guys.
I'll see you guys
Good night,
later.
guys.
Again,
Later.
Quags, thanks a lot for joining. I'll see you guys next week. Take care all. Bye bye.
Bye.